Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time. Episode number 346 live here at the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archerverse TV. Welcome to the Archerverse Wrestle Wars. We are back on the road to WCW War Games. Each and every superstar on the Archerverse roster is going to be battling it out for their right to fight and to solidify their spot on the next big battleground, which is, of course, the next big stream preview of 2022, the third stream preview for the Archerverse 3.0, and, of course, the biggest card of the summer. It is going to be an absolute thrill ride when the rosters of the Archerverse Warzone and, of course, WCW Starrcade go head-to-head. The Clash of the Titans, 10 matches of bragging rights and supremacy being sought after as they chase one another's championship gold for the chance to hold their belts for at least 1 month. It is going to be an absolutely fantastic time. Make sure you're there. Mark it on the calendar. It is just a little less than 2 weeks away, so you don't want to miss it. But tonight we have an epic 8-match card, a dark match main event that will, of course, leave you wanting more, frothing at the mouth, drooling. You're going to need a bib because tonight is going to be wild. But before we get to any of that, we, of course, have business to tend to as usual. We have the dirt sheets. We, of course, have to get through Between the Ropes with the great Glenola and One Woozy TV. And before we even do that, it might be a good idea, just perhaps, to invite them on to the broadcast. So, welcoming them to episode number 346 live from Team One Woozy TV and Team Glenola, the great Glenola, and Woozy. Woozy, welcome to the show. Actually, I don't know if Glenola is with us yet.
He is.
He is? Okay.
Howdy.
What's going on, buddy?
We opened up the betting lines already, so...
I just saw that. I just seen that. You opened up all the betting lines already. And we had a lot of fun watching you join the wrong broadcast party first. That was exciting. We were watching, we're like, Glenola, why is Glenola in the special events broadcast? It's Wednesday.
That was the only one that was there. That was the only one that was shown available to me.
You got to go closed or go to the notification probably to find the new one.
Yeah, well, just because of the way things happened last night with where everything just crashed down with my internet.
Right, yeah.
It didn't clear that one off.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, that
so
makes sense.
I actually had to reset my PS4.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. All right, so great card tonight. Great card last night. Let's talk about one thing before we get started. The Wolfman Alan Severn last night.
Kick fucking ass.
Right? In an iron to gold matchup with Kevin Sammartino. I gotta tell you though, so here's one way. There's a couple perspectives here, because if it was a regular match, Glenola would have whooped that ass within the first 3 minutes. 3 minutes. He pinned him in 3 minutes. I actually think that might be the fastest time somebody has ever gotten a pinfall in an Iron Man matchup. I'll be honest. I was looking last night, and I went back quite far, and I still have yet to find an Iron Man match where we weren't at least halfway or more into the Iron Man matchup before somebody scored us a fall of some kind. So I mean, I'm going to keep looking. I'm hoping to have an answer by tomorrow or the next day, but I'm almost positive Severn broke a record last night because it was within the first 3 minutes that he scored that first fall. And yeah, Punisher, welcome to the show. Episode number 346, baby. We got a smoking hot card tonight. Get ready for a thrill ride. We're going to rock it out here in just a little while. But we were actually talking about last night's show, the dark match main event. Sammartino, of course, or sorry, it wasn't the dark match main event, it was the main event of the main card. And, of course, Kevin Sammartino, being his usual self, decides to start slinging some dirt in people's faces, challenges the Wolfman, Alan Severn, of all people, to a championship. I mean, that guy's been on an absolute tear. What was he thinking? I mean, Sammartino hasn't fought outside the coalition in a singles competition matchup in quite some. I mean, he was in handicap matches and did well in one of them. But Alan Severn, I mean, there's no tagging in and out for a different partner. It's just him and Severn locked toe-to-toe in that squared circle. And with the momentum that Severn was riding. I thought that Sammartino was absolutely crazy to challenge him. Should have at least, tried to start working a program with him, get in his head a little bit. Have some matches, throw it in Severn's face. He doesn't do any of that. What's he do? He just right out of the random blue, hey, I'm challenging Alan Severn to a championship matchup, and got his ass whooped. The WWE 2K guy. Welcome to the show. Episode number 346 live here at the Archiverse. We're just getting things rocking and rolling, my friend. Welcome into the show. How are you doing tonight?
And maybe if I'm wrong, but doesn't Sammartino get a title shot while Wolfpack is holding the title?
Yep. He is hereby barred from ever challenging the Wolfpack for a title. Any title. He can fight the Wolfpack, that's fine.
But no championship matches for him. So that means luckily for him, the Wolfpack is on WCW Starrcade. But who's to say Sammartino doesn't eventually get traded to Starrcade though? Where the Wolfpack just happens to be cleaning up house and taking all the titles.
But Blind Locksmith had pointed something out in the chat last night. I just watched the VOD, and before Sammartino could get a pinfall, it took 3 savior kicks, 2 of them back to back.
Yep, it did. Just to put him down.
For the first time, yeah.
And then he had to bust open Severn to get the second one. And I believe that was a savior kick as well. He does deliver that quite well, actually. But
oh yeah. Well, Severn put it very well in his promo about the match.
Yes, he did.
And that he put, he takes nothing away from Sammartino in the ring. It's
you can't
outside the ring.
And
going to cost him his career.
Exactly. If there's one thing that Archer, he does make an ass of himself and gets himself into a little trouble here and there, but he doesn't take it to work, so to speak. He doesn't walk into the locker room shooting his mouth off. You know what I'm saying? He gets the respect of the locker room. Although he's a little pissed off tonight. Management gets a hold of, Johnny the Ace gets a hold of the Coalition earlier today to let Archer know that the AEW championships are being pulled from any televised show, so they are non-existent. They were never recognized anyways, but they were circulating because the Circle kept toting them around to the point management said, all right, you want to tote those around, we're going to make you defend those. Well, Archer now has won the AEW World title and then defended it twice. Tonight he's defending it a third time, but regardless of outcome, he loses that championship as of tonight. So he's a little upset. He feels a little bit, he feels like he's being worked over a little. As you can imagine.
He can win is imaginary.
The only he's going to have to shoot for new goals because the AEW titles will not be there. Although, to be fair, he didn't really want anything to do that to begin with, but 8-4-3. Actually, I have to change the numbers because Froggy Mothlegs won it last night. So actually, give me 2 seconds. Woozy, is there anything...
1,000 to 1,000, okay.
That is not funny. Woozy, is there anything interesting in the dirt sheets? Don't worry about the lottery yet. I'm going to change that right now. Everybody will get another chance to play. Don't even worry about that one. Give me a moment. So, Froggy Mothlegs, you were in fact the winner last night of the lottery.
And hello, TBS.
I know that TBS and Punisher was already in the house. Actually, Froggy was in the house. Oh, you're just saying hi to them yourself. Gotcha. What was I going to say? I forget now.
Let's see, Goldberg
Oh!
addresses.
Goldberg said something about, or there was an article about him addressing Bret Hart's animosity towards him. So I'm
Yes,
interested to see about
I got
that.
it.
You got that one?
I do.
Alright.
It was posted today by Ross Berman. It says here, Bret Hart hates Bill Goldberg with the blazing, relevant heat of 1,000 suns. He's very direct.
That's some pretty big hate, I gotta tell you. I mean, read that again, will you?
Bret Hart hates Bill Goldberg with the blazing, intolerant heat of 1,000 suns.
And you know the funny thing is that actually is true. He really detests Bill Goldberg.
As consistent as the Titus themselves is Bret Hart's grudge against Goldberg for a rogue kick to the head that cut down Bret Hart's wrestling career in what should have been its Halcon prime.
What?
I don't know what that word. HALCYON.
I'll have to look at it. Just give me a second. Are you on the? It's the Goldberg addresses post.
Yeah. It's the second to last word in the first part.
Alkion Prime, but I mean that's a weird word. That's a very weird word usage. Anyways, go ahead.
Goldberg recently appeared on the Michael Kay show on the Yankee Entertainment Sports Network. Yes, network. Yes, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
They talked about how he feels about Hart's relentless comments about Goldberg's in-ring abilities. Their comments have apparently affected him both inside and outside the ring. Very fascinating.
It is. So I'll help you out here, because I know it's a lot to read. So as Goldberg the character and as Goldberg the human, there is no question about it. Goldberg said, when an accident happens and you tell your side of the story and nobody believes it, especially the person who was negatively affected by it, it sucks. Hart has made it regular talking point to bring up Goldberg's lack of in-ring awareness, costing him his career, rating him a 0 to 10 and calling him things like dangerous and a gorilla. I mean, to be fair, when he first came to WCW, he was fresh out of the NFL, he kind of was a gorilla. I mean, did you watch Bill Goldberg's debut? Like any of his first even 20 matches? It was like a big angry silverback gorilla going into the ring and just flailing. It was, I wondered how long before he hurt somebody, to be fair. Dogface is in the house. Straight out of the doghouse. Could we get a shout out for Team Dogface, please? Anytime we see Dogface in the chat room, automatic shout out. No ifs, ands, or buts. Roll out the red carpet and give that man a shout out. He's always very, very kind and generous to me when I go over to the doghouse and enjoy my time over there watching his shows. Elijah Archer's running wild and part of a faction over there. Just won a big match over there today. He puts on a great show, and he's got a great community, very tight-knit, and they're loyal, and they are devout, and it is a great time. And they are always shouting out the Archerverse and doing what they can to make sure everybody knows that I also have a show that runs at nighttime if anybody's interested in checking it. So I appreciate the advertising and the shout out and just the camaraderie and the friendship is the best part about being over at the doghouse. And each and every one of you, if you have nothing to do during the daytime or you're bored at any point in time, you don't have to be bored any longer. He's usually on between 11 and 12. At least that's when I catch him. I'm usually doing things and then realize he's on. during the daytime, Eastern time anyways. His time, it'd be more like in the afternoon. I think it's probably, for him, it's probably more like 3 in the afternoon or something like that. But it is a good time, so make sure you slide over and make sure you click that follow button too and have a good time while you're there and spread the support. Share the love. It's a good time, and he will definitely welcome you with open arms.
Yes, you will, and I will not do what I did last night. I will not butcher the white thing, and I will not do it for you, Dogface. I cannot torture you again.
No thanks necessary, Doug. We appreciate you.
Got all the shout-outs accomplished.
But Glenola, am I wrong about Bill Goldberg? He was a gorilla. He really was.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yo, Dogface dropping 100 tiny little beautiful gems all over the floor. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Bromer will not appreciate that. I appreciate that. Eventually, Joe Link won't appreciate that because we're going to have to start making him do the sweeping because Bromer's been busy lately. And it is like the set of Twilight up in here. It is twinkling everywhere. It is kind of gross. So we need Joe Link to do us a favor later. But anyways, yeah, Dogface, what do you think? Bill Goldberg, I actually think Bret Hart's kind of correct, especially early on in his career. I think he was like a big, angry, silverback gorilla. Was fresh into the NFL, in there flailing around, and it was only a matter of time before somebody got hurt, I thought, even back then. And I actually thought back then he was pretty cool because he was rough and tough, right? But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just watched a match here a few minutes ago that was over in a very, very quick manner.
Yeah.
Against a 7'2" guy in WCW.
Oh, yeah.
The guy came over, hit suplex on Goldberg. Goldberg got right back up. Guy turns around into the spear, picked up, and he jackhammered the 7'2" guy.
Wow. Yeah, well, I mean,
Riley, I think his name was.
That was right during the middle of his 173-0 run. But if you look at most of that, like, honestly, you were just wondering when somebody was going to get hurt. I mean, I remember when he first started doing the spear. A few times he hit people, and I thought, holy Jesus. And I didn't think, holy Jesus, because it was cool to watch. I thought, holy Jesus, did he just break him? I mean, that looked like it wasn't a very well-executed spear for a professional wrestling match. That looked like it was a street fight, and he tried to drive him into a brick wall.
Well, I think
crazy.
He forgot that it was a wrestling match.
Ah, me too.
Football. You know,
now, don't get me wrong. That's what drew us all to him. We all can't sit here and lie about it, right?
No.
His intensity. He was like a warrior that didn't run around. He was the ultimate warrior that didn't run. He was the reverse warrior. But
That's good. That was
right?
a good one.
Is he not, though? If he ran, you could have put makeup on him. I mean, he was pretty energetic in there, but his matches were never... He never had what you would consider a great match, in my opinion. If you guys can think of one, I will stand corrected, and I will apologize, but I cannot remember a single match in Goldberg's career that you could consider a great match. Cue ball with the hostile hosting. Thank you for the invasion with one villain. Appreciate you. Welcome to episode number 346, baby. Regal tore him apart, yeah. You know what? Regal could tear anybody apart. You know what? You ask anybody, and people don't talk about Regal enough. Not only is he one of the best wrestlers ever, he's probably the greatest that ever came out of the UK. I mean, from that era, I wouldn't say now. There's a lot of great wrestlers from the United Kingdom. Really, really good stuff coming into the UK. I love it. I actually would rather watch the NXT UK show than I would NXT here. If that tells you anything, right? A lot of episodes, yes. Well, it is a wrestling show, so that tends to happen. I mean, we have 4 shows a week, and we have stream previews and special events. So, I mean, sometimes we do 4 or 5 shows a week. But yeah, tonight is episode number 346. Tonight is the Archer's Wrestle Wars. It's one of the 2 shows that are up against WCW Starrcade. Froggy Mouth Lake says, I was never disappointed 1 second of NXT UK. No, you wouldn't be, because NXT UK is phenomenal. They got it right with NXT UK. You know why? You want to know why? Because Vince is too lazy to worry about what's going on in the UK. Right? So only Triple H and whoever else was involved with that, and the people in the UK are pretty much hands-on with that. That's why you always see better things happening on NXT UK than you do on NXT. That is why. Vince is too lazy to keep paying attention to what's happening over there. So other people do it for him, and they probably leave out shit. But Vince is a fiend. He needs to go away now. Vince was a genius, and he turned a dying craft into a global empire. We can't take that away from him. He was at one time the most brilliant man in the business. He just isn't anymore. He just isn't anymore. And it is time that he steps back before... unless he wants to sink his own ship. If that's his intention, not that it matters, his daughter and her husband have well enough money to continue a company.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if WWE were to disappear, another one would just show up right in its place and have all the same contacts, all the same connections, all the same network abilities, all of that. It would basically be like WWE changed their names. So that's why I don't ever see Plus, WWE is a global company, so you have to have everybody sell their shares really to sell it. And because it's such a global empire now, it ain't going anywhere. It's never going anywhere.
Nope.
You know? But I think some things will change in the future. Like, I believe one day Raw will not be the flagship show. Mostly because that was Vince's flagship show. That was his baby.
Well,
It was.
it really hasn't been the same since it quit being Raw is War.
No, it hasn't. It has not.
You know, that was so unique. For all intents and purposes, you had 2 shows in one night.
Yep, you did. So anyways, I guess we all seem to agree that, yeah, Bill Goldberg was Bret Hart's right, to be honest. He was a gorilla. It is what it is. We're not saying he always was, but then he was. When you heard Bret Hart, he was. It just is what it is. It continues on to say, I will take it to my grave, Goldberg continued, because I'm sure that he will never forgive me. Hart's feelings about Goldberg have influenced others as well. Recently, AEW World Champion CM Punk sideswiped the former WCW champion by saying that Hart should have been the one to be flying to Saudi Arabia and making millions of dollars with WWE, not Goldberg. I agree with that. I agree with CM Punk. And actually, I believe Bret Hart signed a lengthy Legends deal not long ago, but yeah, he should be. Yo, what's going on at King Brenya Gaming? What's going on? What's new and exciting? King at Brenyan Gaming. Welcome to episode number 346. We're just getting started. We're actually just going through our dirt sheets to see what's going on in the world of professional wrestling, and then we're going to dive headfirst into the show. We've got our Between the Ropes segment, and it is going to be a fire evening, so welcome in. What's going on? And I am doing just good. Just fine. Peachy keen. Excellent. Sensational. Fabulous. Awesome. And any other word I can, think of to top the next. But that could take a while. So, what I'm going to do is continue reading. But anyways, I believe CM Punk is right with that. It should have been Bret Hart going to Saudi Arabia. Then again, would Bret Hart have gone to Saudi Arabia? I don't think he was a big fan of that whole thing at the point in time that happened. So there's that too, right? He said, what else can I say? Goldberg asked. I said I was sorry, that it was unintentional, that it was the furthest thing from my mind. I don't know. 1,000,000 times, and those 1,000,000 times, he's come back with, yes, it was intentional. He's a punk, and he didn't know what I was doing, and it ruined my career, so it sucks. And that's the biggest reason that sucks is because people are always going to believe Bret Hart over Goldberg. People are going to believe Bret the Hitman Hart over Goldberg. That just is what it is. He can't change that. And I'll be honest, I don't believe him either. Now, I don't think it was necessarily intentional. I just think it was a lack of awareness and a lack of that repetition of practicing that move to make it so that he can use it safely, to be fair. But Bret Hart seems to think in some manner that he believes Goldberg wanted to kick him in the head. Is that a possibility? Maybe. I don't know. I find that part of it a little hard to believe, but... Goldberg concluded by saying that he tries not to dwell on it. You can lead a horse to water, and you can shove their face in the water, but you can't make them suck it up their esophagus. However, the WWE Hall of Famer did note that he was pretty pissed off that Hart still harbors it. Yeah, it sucks. And that's about all he had to say about that. But, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of sympathy for him. I do not.
I don't either.
You know, I don't know, accidents happen, but I can understand where Brett would be rather pissed, you know?
Right.
So
it looks like WWE legend reportedly quickly rejected interest from wrestling promotion. It's wrestling headlines by Mark Middleton. It says WWE Hall of Famer Lita reportedly rejected overtures from WOW, Women of Wrestling. It was previously reported that Lita had talks with AEW about possibly working together in 2021, but word now via Fightful Select is that Lita also had interest from WOW before their late 2021 announcement on returning to TV. WOW at least made an overture to Lita, but things didn't get very far as she made it clear she had no interest in working with the promotion, and specifically David McLean. It was noted by one source that Lita made her feelings about McLean very obvious and quickly rejected the overture. WOW ended up quickly pivoting from their original plan, which was to contact a lot of women's wrestlers with global TV exposure. They then relied on Tessa Blanchard to build the brand around, but she was ousted before the reboot got up and running. Lita last appeared for WWE at Elimination Chamber event back in February, where she lost to the then Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch in Saudi Arabia. She also worked the Women's Royal Rumble match back in January, which was her first match since October of 2018. And that is all there is about that. I mean, I'm not surprised. She's not going to go work for a promotion like WOW. I mean, even if that person had not worked there, I don't think she's going to go work for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if she needed to, but she does not need to. If she did, it would be just, you know, a one and done or something, and that's not what they need. They need people they can build their brand on, and that's just not the way to do it. But I if somebody were to ask my opinion, say, oh, well, hey, WOW contacted Lita, my first thing I would say out of my mouth would be that she's never going to sign with WOW. Never going to sign with WOW. Because why sign with them when there's always a possibility of working with AEW in the future? And she's right now she's currently signed to a Legends deal with WWE. So, you know, she doesn't need to do that. She doesn't need to. Looks like Conan confirms 2 AEW stars are not on good terms. Wrestling Inc., and it's by Olivia Quinlan. Conan has built up close relationship with AEW stars Santana and Ortiz over the years and has now seemingly confirmed reports about where the two men stand with one another. On the most recent episode of his podcast, Keeping It 100, Conan said that the former Inner Circle members are not on good terms. He did not provide any further details on the current nature of the relationship. Santana and Ortiz have rumored to be having issues with one another since earlier this year. Though Conan is the first credible source of the information to that regard, Santana has been taking bookings on the indies without Ortiz, and the pair haven't teamed up in a regular tag team match since February. On top of all this, neither one of them have been seen even standing next to the other during on-screen segments, and Santana has posted several cryptic tweets in recent months, In April, he tweeted 126 days, which was possibly an indicator of how many days he had left on his current AEW contract. In May, after taking part in the Anarchy in the Arena match alongside Ortiz at AEW Double or Nothing, he tweeted, "Thank God that's over," and responded to a fan suggesting that he should now go after the AEW tag titles. Finally, at the end of June, he simply tweeted, "Soon." If the 126 days tweeted was indeed a reference to the remaining contract, Santana would be finished with the company around the beginning of September. The two men made their most recent appearance together at Blood and Guts on June 29th edition of AEW Dynamite, teaming up with Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, which is of course Cesaro, and Eddie Kingston to take on Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. During the match, Santana injured his knee and was announced as being taken out of action for an extended period of time. Before joining AEW in 2019, Santana and Ortiz had previously tagged with one another on the Indies for a decade. Conan worked with them as part of LAX in Impact Wrestling and has also made appearances by their side in AEW. And that's all there is about that. NXT star to re-debut with a mask next week. Interesting. Elrod? No, I'm just kidding. The former A-Kid will re-debut as Axiom on next week's NXT 2.0 episode. A new vignette aired for Axiom on the July 12th episode, showing the high-flying wrestler browsing through comic books in a store and then wearing a mask inside the ring. During the vignette, Axiom would seemingly confirm that he'd be wrestling under a mask. When I was growing up, comics were my escape from reality. Axiom said I could sit in my room and escape the chaos, slipping into a faraway time or universe. As I learned to fight, I wondered if I could emulate my idols and take a leap from the page to reality. I could be anything and everything I wanted to be. I could be my own superhero, break free of the world, and I lived and inspire others. I could be a symbol. He added, I remain anonymous because it's not about me, it's about everyone else. I am Axiom. The first vignette for Axiom debuted on the July 5th Great American Bash episode, introducing him as a math wizard who grew up learning to fight off bullies. Although his face was never shown, fans could identify him from the accent and the back of his head. I had a gift for mathematics, Axiom said in the first promo. When I closed my eyes at times, I would see numbers and equations. I realized there's a solution to every problem. Whether it's mathematical or physics, it all comes down to an equation. Whether the body fails, the mind can push you to new heights. A-Kid previously debuted for NXT 2.0 in March, picking up victories against the likes of Grayson Waller and Kushida. However, he disappeared from NXT after a three-way match against Cameron Grimes and Roderick Strong, returning to NXT UK for a brief run. His lengthy absence was most likely so he and WWE could work on their aspects for his new character, Axiom. Axiom, real name Carlos Ruiz, originally hails from Madrid, Spain. He made waves in the United States indie circuit for promotions such as Chikara and PWG before landing a contract with WWE in 2019. He was assigned to the NXT UK brand in 2019. I don't see a whole lot of additional.
It really isn't.
I see one more thing that might, well, two more things that might be newsworthy here. Alberto El Patron. I deserve to be working at a major company. Well, this should be fun. And then we can all give our opinions on whether or not Alberto Del Rio deserves anything at all, shall we?
You shall.
So, Again, it is Wrestling Headlines, and it is an article by Joey G. Former WWE World Champion Alberto El Patron recently sat down with SE Scoops for an in-depth conversation about his career and how he hopes to be making an in-ring return at a major company, citing AEW as a potential landing spot. Check out El Patron's full interview below. You're not going to be doing that because you can't see it. Believes he deserves to be working at a major wrestling company. I would be interested in going to AEW or any major company. I deserve to be in a major company. Once it has been proven that I was always telling the truth about those things, I know I deserve to be out there to continue entertaining and to rebuild my legacy in the business that I love. I would love to be in working for any major company. Says he has not spoken with anyone in AEW, but does have friends there. I haven't talked to anyone in the company. I have talked to people in from other companies, but not from AEW. I have really good friends over there like Phil, CM Punk, and he is one of my friends in the business, and Chris Jericho. He's always been nice to me, and he's always had a good relationship while we were working for WWE. I know all the others, and we get along with Daniel Bryan, Jack Swagger, and many others from the indie circuit. And that is all that is said. I feel like that article was cut right off way too soon there. I feel ripped off. But anyways, what does everybody else think about Alberto Del Rio or Alberto El Patron? What do you guys think? Does he deserve to be working for a major company? Do you believe him? Is another question.
No. I do not.
I never thought he was that good, so.
I never thought he was that good either. I'll be honest.
He wasn't.
He was a better MMA fighter than he was a pro wrestler, and he wasn't that good at that either. So, that's just my opinion. Foggy Mothleg says, OMG 51 away. Wow, could you imagine if you won 2 in a row? But you have to be 50 or less, sir. That is 51. Don't you dare try to... I mean, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. You're trying to garner some sympathy because you're only 1 from 50, and we should be like, oh, well, you know, we'll give it to you, Froggy. No, sir! How dare you? You won last night, you greedy fiend. But anyways, yeah, I don't believe him. I don't think he's that great. I don't think AEW or WWE should worry about Alberto El Patron. I think he should go back to AAA. Go back to AAA. If they won't hire you, then that's just saying something, isn't it? You know, considering you're from Mexico and all. But
and I'm only 400 and 25 away today.
425 away. That is so close, Clemo. You're just about there, buddy. You're just about there. You must be able to feel that victory coming.
Next year.
Next year. I mean, with that kind of luck, that's a terrible number to receive. But I mean, last night somebody was getting like in the hundreds too. Who was that? Was that Life is Great? Got like a 187 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was. So there's another article here by Ringside News. Says Cesaro won't trash talk his time in WWE. Claudio Castagnoli played a huge role at AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. He became Bryan Danielson's replacement after the American Dragon, and that's another thing I could never understand was the American Dragon thing. Dragons are very big, angry, vicious creatures. But anyways, we'll talk about that another time. He became his replacement when the American Dragon was forced to sit out of the show due to an injury. As Claudio begins his run in AEW, the Swiss Superman is looking back at the WWE career with a bit of gratitude. Speaking to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Claudio said he was grateful for his work during his tenure at WWE. He mentioned that he needed to take a mental break before jumping into a new promotion after his departure. All the memories, they matter. I'm grateful for everything I have accomplished, and I'm grateful for all those opportunities, and they make me work so much harder to get where I want to be. Once I left, I knew what I wanted and where I wanted to go. I just didn't know if it would happen. That was also time for me to take a break, mentally recharge, and come back better. My goal is always to be better than I was yesterday, to be better tomorrow than I am today. I want to be better. I want to be even better now than people remember. Claudio opted not to bash his former employer, despite never reaching the heights many fans wanted him to while working there. His final televised match with the company was against Happy Corbin, where he lost in 4 minutes. Thankfully for Claudio, all the trials and tribulations of his WWE run are behind him, and he can now focus on climbing up the ranks in AEW. And the sad thing is they will put that title on him way too soon, just so they did it and WWE didn't. But here's the thing is, Claudio is being very intelligent by not bashing WWE, because let's face it, after 2 or 3 years, he'll be back in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
So,
there's that.
There's that. There is that. So, other than that, there's not a whole lot of real interesting information in the dirt sheets today. Oh, here's one. Kenny Omega ripped for making wrestling silly and illogical. This is, again, Ringside News. And article by Subjeet Mukherjee. And I probably butchered that. Sorry about your damn luck. Anyways, I am not from India, damn it. I tried. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much. Kenny Omega's in-ring skills earned him a lot of fame as well as accolades over the years. The best bout machine competed at a high level, and fans truly respect him for all he has done for the business. Jim Cornette also went after Kenny Omega again. Well, Jim Cornette, fuck. God damn it. Why did I have to read that name? Because I gotta be honest, Jim Cornette pisses me off. You want to talk about somebody that's at times made wrestling silly and illogical. Glenola, you know who Jim Cornette is, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I know who Jim Cornette is.
Yeah. The Blind Locksmith, Froggy Moth, Legs, Punisher, y'all know who Jim Cornette is, right? Man is ripping Kenny Omega for making wrestling silly and illogical at times. Jim, again, I'm just going to repeat the name one more time here, folks. Jim Cornette is accusing somebody else of, at times, and by the way, one of the best wrestlers in the world that everybody respects and loves to watch wrestle. I mean, do we all agree he's the best in the world? No, but he's one of. I will agree with that. And he is a high-octane, strong-style, very, very good wrestler. And I could give two we're talking about a man that worked for a company that had Doink the motherfucking Clown. Doink the motherfucking Clown. And we didn't just have Doink the motherfucking Clown. We had Dink the Clown. We had a Leprechaun. I mean, come on. And Jim Cornette himself has had people under his own wing with silly, illogical gimmicks. Fuck you, Cornette. Anyways... Sorry about that.
How's your little rant?
It's not my fault. I did not rate Jim Cornette in that article. It was the person's name I butchered, and I'm not butchering it again. But anyways, how dare you laugh?
I guess when you said that, first thing I thought of was, and Doink didn't.
Right?
Before you ever mentioned Cornette, that was just...
God!
I'm sorry, I love WCW, and I actually enjoy the gimmick a little bit. It's just the wrong person.
Yeah.
Glacier.
Yeah, well, see, I agree. Glacier's a gimmick that could have worked, but you can't be 6'6", 300 pounds, and barely able to wrestle to do so. It was the only problem there. But anyway, so as fans are aware by now, Jim Cornette, I wanted to swear just saying that name, but anyways, and Kenny Omega truly do not like each other one bit. In fact, Kenny Omega recently blasted Jim Cornette for backing himself into a corner with pathetic human beings. While speaking during the most recent episode of the Jim Cornette Experience, Jim Cornette, why do we have Jim Cornette so many times in this post? We already said Kenny Omega. We know that he's speaking about... Oh my god, this is like the Disney Porcelain Miniatures article. Anyways, ripped Kenny Omega for making wrestling silly and illogical after his most recent comments. You ruined a pastime, a hobby, an interest and entertainment that a lot of us had, and some of us professionally for decades and decades, because it's just so silly and phony and stupid and illogical. And you've made wrestling something to be laughed at, and you admit that it should be fun. We should all laugh and have fun at the silliness. That is what he said about Kenny Omega. Jim Cornette said that about one of the best wrestlers in the world. Let me reread that. Hold on. You ruined a pastime, a hobby, an interest, an entertainment that a lot of us had, and some of us professionally for decades and decades, because it is just so silly and phony and stupid and illogical. And you've made wrestling something to be laughed at, and you admit that it should be fun. We should all laugh, and we should all have fun at the silliness. Fuck off, Jim Cornette. Okay? I mean...
That is why he's banned.
Jim Cornette, I mean, he is a fiend, first and foremost, and would love nothing more than to be able to wrap his lips around the anus of Vince McMahon and suck every last fart out of his fucking anus, just so that he could get a little pat on the head and some attention and told he's being a good little person. I have never been able to stand Jim Cornette. Ever. He is an ass kisser. And he comes across as this person that is supposed to be the all-knowing, almighty God of wrestling. Yet he doesn't even have a fucking... I mean, he's not even doing much in the business these days. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? I don't know. Maybe because you fucking suck, and you go around telling people that one of the best wrestlers on the planet makes wrestling phony, stupid, and silly, and that he sucks. You suck, Jim Cornette.
That is why I banged his ass twice.
You know what? I'm not even gonna finish reading that article. I am done with Jim Cornette bullshit. I have had enough, and there is nothing else interesting at all in the dirt sheets. So I say, if you guys don't have anything else interesting that's going on in the realm of the dirt sheets, I think we could get the show on the go and get Between the Ropes with One Woozy TV and the Great Glenola on the go. But it is up to you guys. If you guys have anything else you want to touch base on, feel free. Or anybody else. If anybody else wants to bring something up that they've heard today, seen today in the news or anything, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode number 346 live. The Archivist Wrestle Wars back on the road to WCW War Games. And we're going to get the show on the go here in just a few moments.
Yeah, I am done hearing about Jim Cornette.
Oh... Just said it. He who shall not be named, Woozy. He who shall not be named. That name is no longer allowed in the Archers. Can we please actually... You know what? I'm adding that to the ban list.
I did. I do it there.
In Stream Elements?
No, no, in the channel itself.
Okay, excellent. the name Jim Cornette is now stricken from the record books. He no longer exists. He is right up there with the other who shall not be named.
Archer, what name is stricken?
He who shall not be named.
But what name is it?
He who shall not be named.
How am I supposed to know what not to say if I don't know the name?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you know how to say it or not, because if you do, you'll find it real quick, because you'll get timed out.
It's JC and VM.
JC and VM. But anyways, no, Glow, in all seriousness, do you have anything else you wanted to add to the evening before we get started? No? Okay, Woozy?
No, I'm good.
Nobody else in the chat is speaking up, so that means one thing and one thing only. It is showtime and go time. Let's go!
Hello, 1231 Girly Girl. How you doing? And hello, Joe Link, too.
By the way, Jolene, thank you for the shout out. I appreciate it. Who are you today? I'm Roman Reigns.
I believe. Crap, I don't remember who I got.
And Joe Link is China.
I saw that. I don't remember who it was I got. To be honest with you.
I want to get a larger Archer or Kevin San Martino.
And here we go, the Archerverse Wrestle Wars, episode number 346, live, about to get underway. It is going to be a smoking hot evening at 9 matches, 8 matches on the main card, a dark match main event that is going to leave you drooling like you need a bib, like you are straight out of your mama's belly. It is going to be a fire night, so don't go anywhere. Stick around. We are going to have a great time. We have a bunch of great people in the chat room chatting it up. It is going to be fire. And before we get everything going, I'm going to have to open the betting lines because the great Glenola has already opened the betting lines for the entire evening for everybody. So you can save your Archerverse bucks and focus spending those on either channel redemptions, or if you want to bet on the matches with everybody else, you'll have the opportunity to do that. We're going to get started with the first match of the night, and I'm going to open the betting lines for that matchup. It is the Blood Brothers taking on the Hart Foundation, led by Team Christian Cools. The Iceman Christian Hart has been on a tear lately. Last night, if anybody was paying attention, we saw the Iceman Christian Hart taking on the Soul Man Jay Simmons. It was the Canadian Heavyweight Champion versus the United States Heavyweight Champion. And it was, of course, the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool that came out on top. He did not win both championships. It was not a unification. However, it was Jay Simmons challenging Christian Hart for the title. So if he had won, he would have been the first person in Archerverse history to hold both the Canadian Heavyweight Championship and the United States Heavyweight Championship at the same time. However, that did not happen. The Iceman rose to the occasion. Tonight, back in action with his brothers at arms, brother-in-law and uncle. Well, actually, it is Bret Hart's brother-in-law, not Christian Hart's brother-in-law. Bret Hart is the great uncle of the Iceman Christian Hart. For those that don't know, anybody that's new to the Archerverse, everybody else already knows that. But, Joe Link says, was it confirmed that chairs was tables? No. It was not confirmed, but a lot of people saying it is not tables. A lot of people saying apparently tables and chairs have both been seen backstage. Now, I have not seen any video evidence of this. I have not seen any video evidence of this. I have not seen either one of them standing anywhere near one another to validify that myself. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But at this point, there has been zero confirmation that chairs was tables. But a lot of people, well, you know, mostly from that group of people anyways, everybody that is close to tables says that chairs is in fact not tables. And tables is in fact not chairs. They are separate people. Different individuals, apparently. Very interesting, though, isn't it? Tables happens to, for the first time in how long, not not be at an event that Chairs happens to show up at. Now, I will say this. Chairs had quite a few different wrestling moves out of the repertoire, but he did a lot very much the same as Tables at the same time. And who's to say Tables doesn't have, other technical skills and movements in his repertoire that we don't know about yet? He's still unleashing, right? He's still unpacking that suitcase, if you will. But we are certainly going to find out in the interview. I got to tell you, though, if it isn't Tables, wow, what a way to start out your career here at the Archiverse. Walks in. Now, it was a dark match, but hey, the Mixed Match Challenge champions accepted the match and even put the title on the line in said dark match. Chairs walked in, opened a can of whoop-ass. It was like Demon Balor got sent back to the pits of hell. It was very impressive. A big win for the newly debuted Chairs. But I will say, again, many people from that circle say that Tables is Tables, Chairs is Chairs, but it makes me wonder. It's very sketchy.
I'm wondering too, Archer.
It's very sketchy. But we'll find out in the coming weeks, right? I mean, eventually. I mean, I threw down a challenge last night. Management hasn't got back to me, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I said, hey, if Tables actually is not Chairs, and Chairs is not Tables, I mean, why not Tuesday? Tuesday night. TWA Wrestle Kingdom. All your favorite streamer teams under one umbrella waiting to get called into action. Go to war for gold, supremacy, bragging rights. Why don't we have Tables and Chairs? That sounds funny saying that, by the way.
It does.
Why don't we have Tables and Chairs show up to TWA Wrestle Kingdom and challenge one of the TWA tag teams? I'm not talking about for gold. Hell, we'll make it a dark match. That was my proposal. I've heard nothing in return. I have no idea what's going on. I was ignored by TBS. I was ignored by the Archiverse management. I was ignored by the Wolfpack. I was ignored by John of the Ace. I just work here, apparently. I just work here. It's like being on the broadcast. I ban people and my mods unban them. And then unban the rest of the list of people I'd already banned. I'm lucky I can get people timed out around here. It is very depressing sometimes.
Here you go, Archer.
But anyway, I'm going to get the betting line open right now for the first match of the night. And in the meantime, we do have everybody's favorite segment to get through while we're watching the first match of the night. So let's get things underway. We have Between the Ropes with One Woozy TV and the Great Glenola. Take it away, guys.
Well, my list is everyone's favorite. It's a ranked list, a top 10. So feel free to tear it apart if you and Archer want to go ahead, tear it apart. You be my guest. So it is the top 10 worst WrestleManias of all time. Coming in number 10, we've got WrestleMania 13. On the cusp of the Attitude Era, came this clunky card. The Hart-Austin match is, of course, a classic, as some call it the greatest Mania match ever. Austin's blood-covered face, refusing to submit to the sharpshooter, launched him and the WWE into an extremely successful period.
One quick second. Betting lines are officially opened, so while Woozy goes through his list, it is showtime and go time. Matchup number 1, the Hart Foundation versus the Blood Brothers. Let's go.
The rest of the night, however, drags this card down the drain. Rocky in his Malavia days against Rikishi in his Dalton days was a dud of an Intercontinental title match, a boring Chicago street fight with the Road Warriors and Nation of Domination set the tone for a lackluster Undertaker's...
That's a great question, TBS.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 744 pounds, Roman Reigns,
That is a good question.
Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso.
TBS said, didn't Tables, like, just join the Wolfpack? Is he, like, scouting for the Wolfman now? Is a very good question. I second that question.
Only time will tell. And, it's a treatment to the truly legendary Austin Hart match that is one isn't closer to the bottom. Now coming in number 9, we've got WrestleMania XX1X. Just so you guys know, I do not know Roman numerals, so I'm just going to say the letters I see.
Hey, what's the... Yeah, I was going to say XX1X?
Yeah.
IX, yeah.
Yeah, that's 29.
This one aimed high and fell flat. The Hurricane Sandy promo, meant to inspire, felt forced and cheesy. Medical guest B. Diddy. Performance didn't get off the ground. It was far too long. Ryback and Mark Henry was the worst kind of big man match, consisting of punches, clotheslines, and bear hugs. The biggest pop came from Ryback lifting Henry up on his back, only to have Henry fall on him with a win. A confusing end to a match that never really get going.
Sadly, I think to this day, Ryback still blames the WWE for the way his career went. And the funny thing is, Ryback is an instance... I mean, there's many instances. It's not like WWE goes out of their way to wreck people's careers, but he is definitely an instance where he screwed himself. He screwed himself because he could have been big. Skip Sheffield, which is his real name, is actually a very good wrestler for such a large man. He's very energetic. He's got a lot of stamina. He could have been another Ultimate Warrior. I mean, they wouldn't have called him the Warrior or anything like that, but he could have been another type of character if he had just been a team player. Fact of the matter is, though, we all know he is not, and then he started to gain an ego.
And
So,
I believe he was also botch prone.
He was earlier on, but not so much later. He kind of... But yeah, he was kind of infamous for botching here and there. He tried to utilize his power too much, and things got away from him. That was part of the problem.
He did, and it did.
Same thing the Ultimate Warrior did, right?
Yeah.
How many times did the Ultimate Warrior hurt somebody? You know, trying to overpower every single thing and working too stiff in the ring and etc., etc. And we all know the infamous story of Andre the Giant actually giving him a good one right in the middle of a wrestling match. Andre the Giant was not a fan of early Ultimate Warrior. But, yeah. Because I was a fan of Ryback until he developed an ego, until it looked like he thought he was something that he wasn't, and then it was an immediate turnoff, basically. Like,
I really enjoyed Ryback myself.
Yeah, me too. It's a shame.
I've actually just here the other day had a bit pop up on my memories on Facebook where I went, feed me more.
Yep. Because he had
happened that night on wrestling.
He had something good going at one time. He really, really did. And it was definitely not WWE's fault in that instance that his career ended up the way it did. He can continue blaming them if he likes, but
no, his recent thing is blaming John Cena for his failures.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing, is he was he ended up being an anti-Cena type of locker room personality, and unfortunately that's a locker room that, even though us fans from time to time had taken issue with John Cena's character, the locker room never did. John Cena is one of the most respected people to ever step foot in that locker room. So, I mean, how long did he think he was going to last shooting his mouth off about certain things? You know what I mean? It's crazy when you think about it. Crazy. And of all the people, of all the people in the company to start trashing, you picked John Cena? John Cena. That's who you chose.
The face of the company.
The face of the company for more than a decade. That's who you chose to pick on. Good for you. That is just genius, you know? Pure genius. All right, Woozy, I'm going to be quiet now because I'm taking up your time at the moment. So you go ahead and continue your list. I'm actually going to go grab myself a beverage, so you'll get through at least a person without my input. But then you've got Glenola, though, because I know Glenola. I knew as soon as you mentioned Ryback, Glenola had something to say. He may still have something to continue, but I knew it, and so did I, because I was a Ryback fan, and I was disappointed by Ryback, damn it. Disappointed by Ryback. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright, do you have anything to say about Ryback?
I think it's been said.
And then some, right?
Yeah.
So, and then also, we also have a saying here that everyone really wants to see a Brock Lesnar and Triple H match. CM Punk and Undertaker was a quality tilt. And Undertaker's last win at WrestleMania, the main event was the same as the previous years, once in a lifetime. The appetite wasn't really there for a rematch from fans. This really should have been CM Punk's WrestleMania 2 headline, possibly alongside Cena, Rock, or both. A triple threat. But it just wasn't enough build up to the match. It felt thrown together as if the WWE had no other options. See, I don't believe that. They had a year, they could have built up all three of them. Because all three of them were big names back then.
Yeah, I didn't see the match or anything, so, you know, I don't really have much to say on that one.
Basically, it was Cena versus The Rock for the WWE title. But at the same time, it could have been Punk, Rock, and Cena for the triple threat. But Punk won. But they had other plans for Rock and Punk to go against Taker. That was his build-up for WrestleMania that year. But it could have been bigger if it was a triple threat. Three big names. And it says here, not an awful event, just not good enough to get off this list. That is fair.
Well, they say it wasn't that bad, just not enough to get off the list. Why is it placed that, that point? You know, you'd think it may place that one at number 10 then. You know?
Like I said, this is a ranked list. This is meant to get pulled apart. And you and Archer do a fine job at it. This is why I picked it. Because I knew you guys would enjoy tearing them apart. So coming in number 8, we've got WrestleMania XV.
I have returned. Oh, wicked suplex by Bret the Hitman Hart.
Believe it or not, actually, we did not get through all entire one. We just finished up number 9.
You're at number 9 now?
No, number 8. We just got there.
Oh, okay.
We're pulling apart Taker and Punk match and the Cena and Rock match.
I'm sorry, it was Taker and Punk and
Cena and Rock.
Cena and Rock, yeah.
It was saying that it should be a triple threat.
Snorhawk 64 invading the compound with 2 villains and hosting the most must-see show on Twitch TV with 3 viewers. Thank you very much, Snorhawk. Welcome into episode number 346, my friend. What's new and exciting? What's going on in Snorhawkville? How was your stream? What's everybody doing tonight? Did everybody enjoy Snorhawk stream tonight? What's going down? I gotta tell you, this has been a hell of a first matchup. If you're gonna start a night off with a match, this is the way to do it. 6-man tag team action, the Blood Brothers versus the Hart Foundation.
Will this match end on a submission, on a tap and
Ooh, Bulldog did not get there in time.
Coming in at 8, we got WrestleMania XV.
What's that?
WrestleMania XV is number 8.
WrestleMania XV, that would be 15, sir.
Another one hit.
So the letter X represents 10, and then every letter after that, like the letter I is a 1, 2 I's is 2, 3 is 3, an I and a V is a 4, a V is 5, etc.
Okay, that makes sense.
Once you figure it out, you'll actually know what episode we're on by just looking at my titles. Because I don't put the number of the episode in the title of the show other than Roman numerals, so you don't know until the show starts. And if you never make the beginning of the show, you might always be confused.
That's why fans were so excited about WrestleMania 30.
WrestleMania 30.
Triple X.
Well, that would have been, yeah. It was 3:30 though that we talked about that, I think, not 30.
No, I said WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania 30. What is WrestleMania? I don't even know what WrestleMania is, sir.
It's what
We do not have a WrestleMania.
That's what Woozy's talking about in this list. Is the word WrestleManias.
WCW's WrestleMania would have been probably War Games. Or no, it would have been... Actually, what would it have been? Was it War Games? I'm trying to remember now what they considered their...
Probably, well, that is a good question.
I know, they had so many random named pay-per-views that it wasn't funny. Especially when the NWO got involved. I think it was either War Games or World War III. That's what I think. It was one of those two, I believe. Well, we'll have to figure it out at some point, won't we?
Exactly. Well, I got to figure it out. I'm going to continue my reading.
Snorhawk says, I'm exhausted, I need to get some sleep. Yes, sir. I'm sure you got to be up early in the morning and get some sleep. Check out the VOD tomorrow. Again, thanks for being here. We appreciate you, Snorhawk. Carlos Hawkins is not in action tonight. He'll be in action on Friday evening. So we'll keep you posted if you're too busy to check out your match. And again, thank you very much for the raid. We appreciate you very much. No, Starrcade was more of a... I mean, it went back and forth from being a pay-per-view to a show. So it just depended, really, on which version of WCW and... But like I said, they had so many randomly named pay-per-views back in the day. It was hard to figure out what they considered their WrestleMania. To my knowledge, they never actually had a WrestleMania-type pay-per-view, to be honest.
From what I'm looking here, just events by month thing on ProWrestlingFandom.com. And yeah, it's... I would have to say maybe Great American Bash.
Maybe.
95 to 2000.
I know they changed everything up so often, it was hard to... But I literally... Wow, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match by submission from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman Christian Hart, Bret the Hitman Hart, and the British Bulldog, the Hart Foundation. That was a great match, but in the last couple of minutes, man, the Hart Foundation really pulled things together. I mean, I think at the beginning of the match, both teams were trying way too hard just to beat the shit out of each other rather than trying to tactically dismantle the other team. Six-man tag team action can be very difficult. That was a great match, though, and the Hart Foundation continues their streak of dominance. Congratulations to the Hart Foundation, and congratulations to Team Christian Cool. And Christian Cool will be here later this evening, if anybody's wondering. He is at work still. I'm sure he's on his way home shortly. But he will be joining the broadcast at some point. Alright, so the payout has been issued, and we'll move on to the next matchup of the evening and the second match of the night. Bobby Lashley being led to the ring by MVP, taking on the one Elijah Archer for the AEW World Championship. And of course, again, if anybody wasn't here earlier this evening, this is the last night that the AEW Championships will be circulating, and the Archerverse management has decided that they are to be removed from televised programming, as they were never actual recognized championships to begin with. They were simply toted by the Inner Circle, and then, of course, the Inner Circle was forced to start defending them if they were going to tote them. But they have decided it's time to retire them. If they want to win championships, they're going to have to find one within the Archerverse to shoot for and climb that ladder of success, if you will. But
so either Elijah Archer defends an imaginary title tonight and then loses it, or he loses an imaginary title tonight.
And then Bobby Lashley loses it. Either way,
either way,
a bit of a
the only title he can win.
Apparently, or well, not the only title he can win. He's won lots of titles, so that is actually an inaccurate statement. But it is, in fact, the only one that apparently management is what was letting him keep. Link says, so if Archer wins, he remains undefeated as the AEW champion. That is correct, technically. But realistically, it was never recognized. So, believe me, Archer's not happy about it either. He was forced to get into this business with the Circle and the AEW Exiles, and now they're just taking away his trophy that he got for getting in the ring with them. Ghastly. But that's how he's treated, right? That's how he's treated.
Oh, I will be right back.
Alright. Alright, so who walks out AEW World Champion? At least for the evening. By the way, did everybody see, now that the AEW championships are being retired, did everybody see the championship that will replace the two being taken away? We have a new TWA title. It will only be for TWA Wrestle Kingdom and, of course, any dark matches that come out of it. But we have a brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship. And it will only be defended in steel cage matches, Archerverse lockdown matches, Hell in a Cell matches, and Elimination Chamber matches. That is it. That is all. But it is a beautiful title. I believe there is okay, I did post it on Discord, so if anybody wants to have a look, it is posted in No Holds Barred. It is not posted in the championship section yet because it does not officially become part of the roster until tomorrow night at WCW Starrcade in an Elimination Chamber matchup, a new Elimination Chamber matchup called the Chamber of Pain, which will debut tomorrow night in a dark match main event. And we're going to have 6 villains going to walk into that chamber and walk out never the same again. But we are going to be introducing that brand new title, and they will have a chance to earn a shot at that championship. So, but that is then, this is now. Who walks out the AEW World Champion is the question. Is it going to be Bobby Lashley? or Lashley. We'll call him Lashley. Bobby Lashley or Elijah Archer. The Almighty or the One. 5 minutes to make your bets. Why does that not work? Alright. How dare you, Twitch? There we go. Alright, what? Why? I set the time limit. There we go. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on here? What? Twitch just ate my betting line. What the hell? It literally disappeared. Alright. Now I gotta do it again.
That's ghastly.
Right? Like, what the hell is even happening right now? Do better, Twitch. How dare you interfere in my show? Ghastly.
And Froggy Mouth Legs is stirring the pot.
Froggy Mouth Legs. Angina arthritis. What? Can't relate. I'll have to read it in a moment. I am trying to set up the betting line here, people. How dare you? First it's Twitch, now it's Froggy Moth Legs. Somebody ban Froggy Moth Legs, please. Alright, I'm looking at I'm catching up with the chat rate. I should ban him before I even look. I know it right now. Imagine caring about losing a Anyways, take that, Froggy Moth Legs. You're lucky I didn't ban you, sir. How dare you stir the pot? Archer's being ripped off, and you have nothing but snide remarks. How ghastly is that? The face of the company, no respect from management, from the... Alright, so here we go. It is Showtime and Go Time matchup number 2 for the AEW World Championship. Bobby Lashley versus Elijah Archer. The Almighty versus the One. Let's go!
By the way, my fingers burned because I voted for Elijah Archer.
So your list is complete now?
Oh god, no. I'm nowhere near complete. I'm number 8.
Number 8. Isn't it great?
Yes, WrestleMania 15. Another one-hit wonder. The Rock Austin main event was the first of 3 classic bouts the pair would have on their grandest stage.
And by the way, who booked this fucking match? Why is he facing Bobby Lashley? How did that even happen? What does Bobby Lashley have to do with the AEW World Title? Can somebody please explain that to me? I'm sorry, Woozy, but I don't understand these matchups that Archer keeps finding himself in. Handicap matches, matches against giant behemoths. I mean, now then he's shoved into some sort of a rivalry with the Inners, not the Inners, but the Circle. Now Bobby Lashley. I mean, what's next?
Give it a shot, Saxton. I'm good.
I mean, after you take his title away, why don't you just throw him in there against Brock Lesnar? Good Lord. Anyways, go ahead, Woozy. I apologize. You go right ahead. Finish with your list there.
the pair would have on the grandest stage. The rest of the entertainment was average at best. The Hell in a Cell match was the worst of its kind, ending disastrously with the Bossman appearing dead, hanging from the cage. The Diva match was extremely weak, as Sable and Tori were now known for their ring work. Shane McMahon and X-Pac had a below average tilt, as Shane had not yet developed the skills he would wow fans with years later. Big Show was also undeveloped as a wrestler, struggling against Mankind.
As the title is on the line.
Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett's talents were recent in a tag team match against Test and D'Lo Brown. Butterbeans.
I really like Test.
Oh, who didn't? He was a fucking beast.
Andrew Martin was awesome. It's too bad he passed away so young.
Test was a fucking monster.
He was a beast.
Is actually in ECW. Knockout of Bart Gunn was in wrestling celebrity athlete moment. But the match lasted less than a minute. Oh, there's the 30-second match. Just like Christian Hart.
Just like Christian Hart. I mean, the only thing that beats the Christian Hart was, the honky tonk man losing to the Ultimate Warrior.
That is true. Just to you less than a minute, this one felt like a lot of work.
And introducing the champion.
The event felt like a throwback to the early weeks of WrestleMania, loaded with a battle royal, heavy boxing, a lumbering cage match, and many other throwaways, for being beaten by two icons in the main event.
They can't even say his name right. You see what I'm saying? They take his titles, they put him in stupid matches. They can't even say his fucking name right. They just call him Elijah Arthur. Elijah Arthur's his name now, folks.
Who the fuck is Elijah Arthur?
Ghastly. Anyways, go ahead.
Are you done with your rants?
I'm good. I'm alright. I just had to point that out. Holding the world title, the one that they're going to take away from him if he wins. I mean, he's facing Bobby Lashley for some unknown, ungodly reason.
I blame management. Walking out to the side, the Mania did not deliver. The WWE could have just put the Rock off the match on pay-per-view, and the same result. But the card just did nothing to add to what is supposed to be the best show of the year.
Break his arm. Vicious. Stomping.
Joe Link says, gotta be San Martino doing something. Blind Locksmith says, San Martino blowing someone. And Joe Link says, didn't Kofi Kingston lose to Lesnar in 8 seconds? Yeah, I think it was actually. So there'd be two people that beat the Christian Cool incident. But the Christian Cool incident was so much fun, though. I mean, he entered the Royal Rumble last. Should give you, the advantageous moment of the evening. But no, Christian Hart just left the ring 30 seconds after showing up. Didn't even have time to celebrate being there with the fans before his ass was tossed over the top rope. It was exciting. It was good times. San Martino or somebody's got to be doing something. Yeah, somebody is definitely angry with Archer. Or jealous of Archer, maybe. You never know.
And this appears right. I gotta find it again.
You gotta do what?
My list disappeared right. I gotta find it again. It was ghastly.
He switches it back around.
Oh, damn! Gourd Buster by Bobby Lashley, which is revirtually a reverse suplex. So basically, instead of your spine smashing off the canvas, it is your stomach and face.
That'll break his arm. Vicious. Oh, impressive counter.
Apparently, Woozy's list is over.
I found it. I found my list. It disappeared, and I found it again. So coming in number 7, we got WrestleMania 6. One of the greatest Mania moments. Face versus face. Title for title. Warrior versus Hogan. Lived up to the hype and was a
Oh, that was savage. He just curb stomped Bobby Lashley.
It was a truly electrifying match. The Toronto crowd was fantastic as well, creating a rich atmosphere. Besides this match, however, there were far too many forgettable ones before it. A whooping 14 other tilts took place in only one.
Oh, come on! Slow count. Slow count.
In fact, the 10-minute mark without enough time to develop. The match lacked excitement and felt rushed. A card with good intentions, on Pro Wrestling Illustrated 1990 Match of the Year.
I mean, is there no rules in this match? This is not anything goes. He just dropped him face first off a rope. He's punching him with a closed fist. I mean, what is happening right now? What is even happening right now? The MVP won't. I mean, he's distracting the referee. Is part of what's going on here. What is? Oh, that did not look good. That did not look good. Wow, he managed to kick it. He does not exactly look lively though. Does not look like. Oh, Jesus Christ! Lashley just about broke him in half. Look at MVP just standing there like nothing's happening. He was just interfering in the match 30 seconds ago. Nice. Come on. What? Why? Why was that count so slow?
And I'll wait to continue my list until after this match.
Oh, ragdolled him. That is just brutal. Hey! That is barbaric. Oh, that is devastating. It is 1-0 for Bobby Lashley. Ooh, yeah, there it is. Let's go.
Come on, Archer. You can do this.
No!
What the fuck am I saying?
It's funny, Bobby Lashley got a nice fast count. It's funny Bobby Lashley got a nice fast count. Like Archer is like Franklin the Turtle is a referee now. I mean, why count the 3 count when Archer pins him to the mat? I mean, he might retain his title if he did that. Oh, Lashley fed him an elbow. Look at Archer stood up like nothing happened there. Oh, look at this. What is Archer doing here? Nice power slam. Come on, ref. Good for you. Wow, he can count to 3. Don't you dare count to 3. Don't you do it. I will fire your ass. Oh, come on. Lashley's cheating. Lashley is cheating.
Ow.
Oh, that is ghastly. The winner of the match and new and final AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Lashley. Archer just did exactly what Archer should have done. Did you see that? Did anybody clip that? Good for Archer. Good for Archer. He is pissed. Look at him. You know, Lashley and MVP were running a coup there. They cheated, plain and simple, and the referee, I bet you it was MVP that paid him. It was MVP that paid him off. Disgusting. I mean, to be fair, Archer was being stripped of the title if he wanted anyway, but that's not the point here. Archer was screwed twice tonight. Twice. It's disgusting. All right, on to the next match of the night.
Call the ambulance.
He should be treated better.
You better have an order of French fries on the side.
And 72% chose Archer. Well, ha-ha! So we at least know Archer has some fans. Or are these people the one to win money? I don't know.
Exactly. I just want to win money.
All right, there we go. The payout has been issued. And even though I pushed Bobby Lashley, it shows Elijah Archer as the winner. Wow, Twitch is doing great tonight. I mean, are we actually live? Are we live? We want to double check that. Joe Link, are you real or are you like a bot? I just want to. I don't know what's really going on here. I choose Bobby Lashley. It tells me that Elijah Archer is the winner in the betting. Like, what the? And earlier, I'm in the middle of creating the betting line, and then it just disappears. Just disappeared like it wasn't there. First, it wouldn't set it for me twice. Then it disappeared, to be factually correct there. Francis, I hope you're live, because if you're not, I'm having a real bad trip. Because I hear the host at the most. I hear Woozy and going all on. There is wrestling matches right in front of my eyes, and if none of this is real, then I need some medication. I need a vacation.
Live as Memorex.
I need some days off to recuperate. Joe Link says, I'm here. Punisher says, Archer. Well, hold on. I'm opening a betting line.
Notice.
Ooh, break time notice from Punisher. Thank you, Punisher. I appreciate that. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. Alright, so the next match of the night, from the Wolfpack, it is Tia Stevens, the anomaly from Team Tiliana Pierce, being led to the ring by her partner in crime, the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf, and they are facing, technically the faces of fear here, but it is Tia Stevens versus Nikita Razor, the freak from Team Boss Apollo, and being led to the ring, of course, by her partner in crime, the Warrior Princess Olivia Payne from Team One Woozy TV. Mr. T in the house. What's going on, Mr. T? Welcome to episode number 346. Mr. T! The silent assassin of the Archerverse is in the house. How was your stream, T? Wait a minute, did you not stream tonight? It is only 12:35. It is only 12:35. Did you cut things down? Did you shut down early tonight, Mr. T?
Have a great night, Punisher.
Oh, no stream tonight, technical issues. That is trash heapish. Joe Link, how dare you interrupt Mr. T's stream tonight? That is ghastly. Shame on you. It is Joe Link's fault, Mr. T. We apologize for his antics. He's a great mod, but he's a little villainous at times.
He should be working, but he's actually watching the Archerverse.
Yes, indeed. Joe Link is pretending to be at work. He tells his wife he is at work. He tells his boss he is in fact doing a job. What he is really doing is watching the Archerverse and performing mod responsibilities. I mean, it works out great for us, not so much the business he works for. I mean, thank God he's not an EMT or something. A doctor. Can you please clip that? There's a match going on. I'll get to the body in a minute.
Well,
I don't care if he's dying. I'm busy. There's a match going on. Joe Lincoln is in the ring. Come, you do it. You wanted to be a doctor.
In Joe Link's defense, the hot dog guy lived.
Yeah. All right, so who walks out with the W here? Is it going to be Tia Stevens? Or is it going to be Nikita Razor?
Nikita Razor.
5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. The betting lines are open, so it is showtime and go time for the next match of the night. The Anomaly Tia Stevens, the Freak Nikita Razor, the Wolfpack versus the Faces of Fear 1v1. Let's go!
So number 6 on my list is WrestleMania 27.
Number 6, WrestleMania 27. Does it actually say 27, or did you actually read the Roman numerals correctly this time?
Yes, Roman numerals are correct.
Ooh, good boy.
Way to go, Woozy.
Way to go, Woozy.
To be exact, it was XXV11.
Woozy is reading a different language now. Technically.
Yes, I am. So anyway.
Anyways. Stop interrupting you. I tell him to stop interrupting himself and he just goes silent. He took that seriously. Fine, I just won't talk.
And Woozy just cut the cords.
He cut his own cords.
No, I knew.
I'd say we just confused Woozy.
Now, cut the cords is on the host. You know, it's on you, Archer.
What? Who cut my cords?
Woozy.
Woozy! Woozy! Everything was running so smoothly up until now. Not one person tonight on episode number 346 was causing any villainy. Not once was I swear jarred. I was not cut the cords. I was not banned, and you, sir. How dare you? Ghastly. Fine. Finish your little list. Okay, guys, I am out for 10 minutes. Enjoy the rest of Woozy's list. And then, of course, we'll get on to the Great Glenova's, well, many lists, probably. We don't even bother to count anymore because he's usually got at least 2, a few in his back pocket, a few in the front pocket. He's got a whole briefcase full of lists. It is absolutely insane. But I will be back in 10 minutes. Enjoy Between the Ropes.
So, back to my list. This one, it says here, this one was all over the place. Daniel Bryan's match. Not making it to the televised portion was a bad call. The Rock as host seemed like a good idea, but his opening spiel was far too long and unnecessary. The event felt further disjointed when the first televised match was for the World Heavyweight Championship between Edge and Alberto Del Rio. Speaking of Del Rio, did we mention him earlier? CM Punk and Randy Orton gave a quality outing, but the fans were more.
There's the bell, and we're looking at a
The fans
superstar
were
who
then
many have
forced
considered
to
be a natural
endure 15 minutes of Cole versus Lawler. That match was ghastly.
Disagree with that assessment. Yeah, but
That was one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
underrated and underappreciated.
Two announcers popping heads.
Everyone remember just how good she really is. Stop to the belly.
I know, Archer.
Climbing the turnbuckle now.
Someone decrypt the codes. Someone calls villainy told you. I don't know who that could be. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, reading my list. Sounding like someone's cut your vocal cords. The only one that truly felt WrestleMania worthy was a fantastic performance of Victor and Triple H in their no hold barred tilt.
Oh man, check out
Coming in at number 5, we've got WrestleMania 11. In 1995, the WWE roster was weak, and a football player has one of the most exciting matches you know. There was a problem on Steve Austin's podcast. Bret Hart started this match with Backlund with a disaster too, which I would agree most of the night felt like that. Even the Diesel promo was a train wreck with audio difficulties. And Big Eye Cool temporarily forgetting he was the champion. He started to say he gained the belt. He and Michaels managed to have an entertaining match. And Shawn Michaels, after all, was Shawn going big time, and he's doing his impression of hooking up William Pamela Anderson. Jay McCarthy couldn't save the night. Give me 1 second, folks. So coming in number 4, we've got WrestleMania 6.
Being carried around with ease.
After finally getting their formula right with the Great WrestleMania 3, the 4th irritation switched it up, making some interesting choices that ultimately didn't pan out. Like before WrestleMania, this card had some exciting ideas that didn't translate into a very entertaining product. The Battle Royal is an idea that always sounds more exciting when it ends up being one was no exception. Although it resounded with the great ending of a disgruntled Bret Hart playing the part of a poor loser smashing the trophy he failed to win. Coming in number 3. We've got WrestleMania 1.
This could be big.
Based on the historical significance alone, this would obviously be ranked more positively, but we're looking at overall entertainment factor for the whole card. This is obviously an incredibly important card for the wrestling business. WWE put a lot on the line in their effort to gain mainstream attention with a highly publicized cultural event. The idea of mixing wrestlers with real celebrities with a genius move in order to ease the non-wrestling fans into a fantastical world of WWE.
She's efficient and dangerous with her offense thus far.
Coming in number 2, we've got WrestleMania 11. This one gets a lot of hate, like the kid at school who wears a dope costume. It's the Caesar's Palace gimmick look more hokey and regal, and coupled with the first outdoor daytime setting, it didn't feel right. WWE was entering a rough patch after gaining the wrong kind of mainstream attention due to steroid scandal. They were transitioning away from the roll-up 80s into the cartoon look of the 90s, matching the cheesy door or weak character gimmicks like Point the Clown and the Hawaiian Crush. You together wrestle a very boring match to an even hookier double point finish. Wow.
And that does it for the 10 minutes of Cut the Cords, Woozy. Ghastly. Look at the strength of Nikita Razor. That is crazy.
By the way, I beat the swear jar.
Yeah, I was gonna warn you about that, but I figured you might have seen.
I debated doing or saying something just to get banned, but
Well, I mean, he could have at least waited till you were in the middle of your own list to do it.
This is amazing.
It was a valiant attempt. Epic fail, though. And by the way, nobody's come close to the number yet. Froggy Mothlegs was the closest at 51 points away. Sorry, Froggy. About your damn luck.
go damn luck.
Coming in number 1, you got WrestleMania 2. The WWE was a gutsy company in this era. After the first WrestleMania successfully entertained the mainstream, they decided to triple the stakes, hosting 3 simultaneous events in 3 different cities with 3 separate broadcast teams. They spread the butter too thin and disrupted the feel of the
And that is it. That is all. The winner of the match from Team Boss Apollo, the Freak, Nikita Razor.
with 3 separate broadcast teams, they spread the product too thin and disrupted the feel of the show in a very WrestleMania moment geared towards the mainstream audience. Actual NFL players participated in a 20-man battle royal and wasn't pretty. Several other meaningless matches also filled out the card. Corporal Kirchner versus Nikolai Volkov, Adrian Adonis versus Uncle Elmer. Mr. T made his second Mania appearance, this time in a boxing match against Piper. A poor main event for those who attended the New York portion of the show. Somehow a boxing match headlining a WrestleMania wrestling card doesn't sound like a good idea.
And by the way, Mr. T's services have been acquired by the Archerverse. He is now available as a manager and is looking for recruits. So, if anybody is interested in having Mr. T as a manager, he is available as of, well, tomorrow. And the next match of the night, Dakota Kai, with, of course, Raquel Gonzalez toting her to the ring. I say toting because I kind of feel like Dakota Kai rides the coattails of, if you ask me. Just saying. But Dakota Kai versus the Warrior Princess Olivia Payne from Team One Woozy TV, and of course Team Boss Apollo's Nikita Razor coming right back into the ring after her big victory to make sure her partner in crime is able to have a matchup without interference from Raquel Gonzalez. We'll see if that happens. If it does, Nikita Razor will be there. But that is the next match of the night. I'll open the betting line right now. All right, so who walks in with the W? Dakota Kai or Olivia Payne?
Wow, Granola. Wow.
Actually, I didn't see that France with 2 L's interested. I'm going to withdraw that.
Okay, yep, no problem. Just give yourself your points back.
Yeah, not a problem.
But Francis with 2 L's, it's actually France with 2 L's.
Or France, yeah.
We both said Francis. You know why? Because we read France and then the S at the end. We just skip everything else. Everything else does not matter. It is Francis now. You may as well just change your name to Francis.
Might as well.
That's just kind of a tradition here at the Archerverse.
It is.
Name.
That's not even a lie. Do you know how many people have actually changed their names because we've called them something different? It is actually pretty funny. But France does not even have a superstar here at the Archerverse yet. There has been no contract inked from that aspiring team. So, can't really acquire the services of a manager as of yet. As of yet. Alright, so there we go. The betting line for the next match is open. So it is showtime and go time. Dakota Kai versus Olivia Payne. Let's go.
I now will attest to changing names because since I've been here, I've had 3 name changes.
Froggy math legs. Yes, so there's a good point right there. Froghemoth legs. We decided to call him Froggy Moth Legs because if you read it, Frog, he, Moth, Legs. Instead of reading it Froghemoth Legs, it is Froggy Moth Legs. We do not care what Christian Cool thinks. We do not. He is the leader of a bunch of kids, children. I lead men, women, warriors. We are the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. He is the captain of the cool kids. I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, cool
And I only say this because I know he's listening right now because he's likely either just gotten home or on his way home with us likely on his cell phone and or is actually up on his PC right now and he's making something to eat thinking, you son of a bitch. But, so, something had to be said.
I say within the next 10 minutes he'll be on the broadcast.
Yeah, likely.
Friends, if you go onto the Discord, there's a channel that says ink a contract. Go in there, give the details of your hashtag or whatever, since you have one already made, and you know,
France,
get right on it.
Yeah, France, you've been here having a great time with the community for quite some time now. I don't think anybody would have a problem with you joining the team. I think France becomes the 81st streamer team here at the Archerverse, I think, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have... There's two of us that have no problem with it. I know Glenola does not. There's 3. And I don't think Joe Link, TBS, or anybody else will have a problem with that as well. France, no, everybody here is on the same level. Mostly because in universe mode, it doesn't really matter if you're a 50 or a 100. Your superstar only performs as well as it does on each and every show they attend. And you still gain experience points and attribute points, even though your character is unable to collect them if you put them at a 100 level. But it still reacts a certain way inside universe mode, as opposed that more affects how things work out in the play mode or exhibition mode. If you put a 100 guy in there against a 50, he's going to squash him. But it works a little bit differently. The game engine works a little differently in universe mode. We've had many a times where, well, look at Archer. Elijah Archer just lost to Bobby Lashley. Not only was he a higher rating, he was also a champion and still lost to Bobby Lashley. So everybody's on an even keel here. That's the way we like it. Nobody plays the game. This is a produced show first and foremost. It is completely artificially intelligent run. We simply create the content and make it possible to have one hell of a good show each and every time we have an outing.
Most importantly, it's storyline driven. So if you have ideas about storylines for your wrestler, let Archer know.
Agreed. We are very storyline driven here. And you streamer teams have full control of your characters.
That's a good idea.
That is a very good idea. Thank you, Froggy.
Shoulders down for the count. Elevates the shoulder. Seems a little too early in this match to go for the pin. Leg drop. It's effective. And Kai not happy with absorbing the brunt of that one.
And then you may as well drop the Discord link as well, and or even the YouTube link.
A deadlift military
Oh, yeah.
press. Holy moly.
If you want to enjoy some great past Archerverse content, I believe it starts somewhere around Archerverse 100.
Yep, the hundo's on there.
Quite an effective counter. Gotta find a way to get out of this.
Froggy says, not me, writing a vignette as we speak.
She catches Kai with a big counter.
That's scary.
Kick right to the leg.
Oh, I look forward to Froggy's vignette.
Yep, me too.
I know.
Penalty kick.
Same with TBS.
Yeah, we definitely do a better job than I do.
I think everybody does a great job. I've enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, but you can't count anyone out yet. This match could still go.
And some people have given me ideas for matches without even specifically mentioning ideas for matches. So it's been great. I love it. It adds an extra dimension to the experience. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an extra reason to spend a little bit of time on the Discord. You know, there's lots of things to look at on the Discord. You can see a list of all the champions, former champions. There's games in the Discord going on between all the members that are on there. We have a video section with tons and tons of great content on there for watching wrestling videos from past, present. Tons of reasons to be part of the Archerverse Discord. First and foremost, it is also your Discord when you become a part of it. And you can enjoy it and post at will. We're not concerned about anybody posting anything that shouldn't be posted because they will take care of that for me. I do not worry about Discord or the Archerverse channel. I mean, we do have mods, but we have a bunch of savages for followers, so anybody that comes in trying to cause a problem get eaten alive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have fun.
We do have fun. We do like to play with the trolls. We don't just ship them off and ban them. We gotta have fun with the trolls first.
Especially my stalker.
Froggy says, I'm a professional writer. I have to try hard about it. Well, you must have been shaking your head at the script style vignette as I was posting then. Because I know professional writers don't always enjoy reading script-style writing.
As long as you don't go by Taco Boy or you were okay.
I personally, when it comes to writing vignettes, promos, role plays, whatever you want to namesay them, I find it easier to follow a script style written than I do anything else. Unless you're capable of writing a good novel style, that always works out nice too. But believe me, not everybody can do novel style. They try, but they can't do it. Whoa! Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match,
Choose Rob.
Dakota Kai.
That was the fast
Wow! I did not see that one coming. That was a great match, though. Great match. I did not think Dakota Kai was winning that matchup. That is crazy. Oh, you do like the... Because a lot of them don't. A lot don't.
Wait a minute. Well, it's been a very personal rivalry for
Now, hey, Woozy, are you done with your list?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, look at this. Dakota Kai's not done. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say that Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez want to take on the Faces of Fear for championship gold, wouldn't you? I mean, Raquel Gonzalez nodded her head. Dakota Kai grabbed a chair, went back in the ring, and started wailing on the Warrior Princess. Again, they are the Archerverse Women's World Champions. Joe Link says a chair. It is a chair, yes, that Dakota Kai has. Very good, Joe Link. I mean, Joe Link is on fire tonight. Very observant tonight. I mean, you didn't figure that out when she was hitting Olivia Payne with it 3 times. You just figured that out right now. So not only is he not working at work and watching the Archerverse and doing mod responsibilities, I'm pretty sure he's drunk. He is drunk at work. Woozy, were you hanging out with Joe Link earlier?
I was.
You son of a bitch. You're going to get him fired. At least it won't be our fault.
Nope.
We can blame you specifically. There's proof in the VOD. Don't you dare try to deny it. There's proof in the VOD. You admitted defeating Joe Link booze.
I plead the fifth.
Ghastly.
Oh, Jack.
Nice.
That was good.
Alright, so I'll issue the payout for that match.
All right.
And look at this next matchup. Look at this. We got the Brothers of Destruction and the Acolytes going 1v1 here. We got ZM, the Zombie Dragon, versus the Phenom, the Undertaker. And, of course, Big Brother is being led to the ring by his little brother, Kane. That's kind of weird to think that he's his little brother, isn't it? Little Big Brother. Little Gigantic is more like it. And, of course, ZM bringing his partner in crime from Team Timbo Slice Gaming, the Predator Vader in tow. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. I expect this to get very ugly very quickly, and I do not expect it to last very long. But who do you guys think is winning this matchup? ZM the Zombie Dragon from Team Zombie Master, or the Phenom, the Undertaker?
Archer, I mean, the Wolfman's younger brother is 7'4".
Jesus Christ, 7'4".
Yeah.
Do not bring him into the business. They'll make him fucking face Archer, and he's had enough of facing dinosaurs.
The issue is management was not overly thrilled about him signing a contract due to his prior history. He's been banned from multiple promotions for intentionally causing injury, for putting
sounds like a pleasant fellow.
Putting management personnel through their desks. You know.
Nothing major. You know, he's just putting management through desks. No reason for suspension or, you know, expellation at that point.
Yeah. Him and Wolfman have issues once in a while. I mean, he was only 17 years old when Wolfman put him through a car's windshield.
Put him through a car windshield? I mean, like, actually, or drove down a road, slammed on the brakes, and watched him fly through? Or how did he accomplish that exactly? Did he pick him up and actually throw him through?
Driver.
A pile driver.
Through a car windshield.
A pile driver through a car windshield.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we should definitely hire him. No liability problems there whatsoever.
You know. Though, I know Jennifer Wolf would be rather happy to have her big brother around.
Because apparently Alan Severn ignores his sister.
Well, he's starting to be a little bit nicer to her now.
Clearly.
He brought her into the Wolf.
I was going to say, she was actually allowed to join her brother's team.
You know, he's not as angry with her for...
Froggy Moth like says, is that Uncle Silas or Eddie? Wait a minute, what? What? What do you mean, is that Uncle Silas or Eddie?
Bobby.
Bobby. Not Eddie or Silas, it's Bobby. Who the fuck? Who is... Wait. Eddie and Silas, who are they? Froggy, why are you referring to them as Uncle? And why are you asking Team Glonola about said relations? And who's Bobby?
Well, that's the youngest brother.
How many fucking brothers does he have?
Monster.
What is he from are you sure it's the wolf pack and they're not from a family of rabbits? Sisters, brothers? Good lord. Bobby. Oh god, you know Bobby too. And you refer to Silas and Eddie. Who's Silas and Eddie?
Those are the weaklings of the family.
They're brothers too. Of course they're brothers too. And why the hell is Froggy Mothlegs referring to them as Uncle Silas and Eddie?
Well, the Wolfpack is a family.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty then. Silas, Eddie, Bobby, Alan, Jennifer. Good God.
Is there a gym too?
Yeah, is there a little Jimmy? I mean, why not?
No.
Alright, the betting lines have already been open, so you can make bets if you've been paying attention to us instead of the screen. Betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time. The Zombie Dragon versus the Phenom. Let's go. Well, French, you can only have 2 wrestlers signed to your team initially. You can have a male and a female, or 2 females and 2 males. Up to yourself, really. But you'll have to decide. We don't like to have too many streamer teams having multiple characters, especially sometimes they get busy and aren't around for maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks, and although they stay in touch, then we still have characters that are in circulation constantly that aren't actually, that's why some characters don't show up every single week, is those people are busy, and unless they're keeping in constant contact with me, I don't keep their wrestlers circulating on shows, because that's not fair to the people that are here each and every week and want to see their wrestler progress. So
yeah, that's why
there's definitely
fabulous Danny Sparks hasn't been seen in forever.
Yes, and the Bluewood Boys, and there's been a few, not too many though, not too many. A lot of them, like even look at the Trigger Talk TV boys. Like, we all still communicate. Dynamite Jesse Lee was just in the chat not too long ago. I even talk to them occasionally on Instagram. So I mean, they find ways to keep in touch.
Oh yeah. I love the new look on That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm going for Taker.
You're going for Taker with this one?
Yes.
By the way, Woozy, was your list finished?
Yes, it was.
It was. And Golden, what is your list?
Well, I gotta. Come on, hold on a second. My computer.
It's hidden under the other list.
Now, 10 best submission finishers in WCW history, ranked.
Ranked.
Yes.
Well, this should be interesting.
I think
Ranked.
it may get torn apart a little bit because of the ranking.
Can we please? Can we ban the word ranked, please?
Yes.
We are banning the word ranked and top.
Oh, then I gotta go through and get rid of all my list. No.
Actually, we better not remove the word top, because then somebody would commit to try to utilize that word and get, timed out.
But no, I choose a lot of ranked ones just so you have something to tear apart. But I mean, this article is out of the Sportster.
Sportster, okay.
Yeah. Joey Haverford wrote it, and it was from January 31st of last year.
Jeez, it might actually be okay then. He's had some pretty good articles. We'll see.
And it starts out right underneath the headline saying, WCW had some of the greatest submission specialists in the world. Here's a look back at the very best submission finishers in WCW history ranked. And that is so true that WCW had some amazing submission masters.
Yeah, they did. A lot of them. Crazy the amount of submission specialists they had, actually.
So, number 10, it starts off really great with the Lion Tamer, Chris Jericho. I mean, who doesn't know the Lion Tamer, a.k.a. the Walls of Jericho?
Yes, sir. Oh! Good God. That was crazy.
Yes, one count.
Ooh! Eee, that was vicious.
So, number 9, and to be honest, I completely forgot that Conan had a submission finisher.
Yeah.
And that's the Tequila Sunrise.
Yep, the Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah. Conan placed pressure on both legs, an arm, and the neck during the finisher. Yeah. So I mean, basically, we could do anywhere and get you to tap out to that thing.
Undertaker looking a little less unbeatable right now.
Number 8, here's another great one. The Tongan Death Grip from Meng.
I was going to say that was Meng, a.k.a. Haku. One of the toughest men, legitimately, that was in the business.
Yeah, if I remember the story I read about Meng, where
there's this referee's got a real problem with rules tonight, I'm telling you.
I heard a story that I believe was about Meng, where him and a couple other WCW wrestlers were in a bar, and some guy picked a fight with Meng. And it just basically went about as well as you would expect.
I was going to say, I bet you that did not go well. Like, seriously. I mean, even if you knew wrestling was fake back then, you see a guy like him in a bar, what would make you think it'd be a good idea to pick a fight with that big, thick man? He was a thick guy. Oh, that was like 2 3/4 there.
Yes, it was.
ZM is all over the Undertaker here.
I'm not surprised either.
I'm not surprised that he's doing well. I'm just surprised that he's... Well, I'm surprised he's doing as well as he is against the Undertaker. Right? No, I mean, against anybody else, but he is demolishing. Oh, he got caught. He was going for the zombie stop. Taker caught him mid-air. That was vicious. Vicious.
Yeah, I realized that ZM is missing that hole in his chest in 2.0.
Undertaker would definitely utilize that to his advantage.
He would.
That'd be gross, by the way.
In here, well, here's one about is in a rougher part of St. Louis. Everyone had been drinking. A large fight broke out, which resulted in the police showing up. Meng had a few drinks, but saw the fight break out, so he tried to break it up. In the process, police thought he was part of the fight, maced him, and then handcuffed him.
Shit.
Behind his back,
wow.
And snapped the handcuffs.
Look at that. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match from Team Zombie Master, the Zombie Dragon ZM. He, of course, is one half of the Acolytes with Team Timbo Slice Gaming. The Predator Vader, big win for their team.
Okay,
and
here's the one.
Upsets.
This isn't the exact same one telling the story as what I saw before. But a fight once broke out in a bar. Meng took his 2 fingers on his right hand, his index and trigger finger, reached into the guy's mouth, and broke off the guy's bottom teeth.
That's crazy.
You know, and that story that was being told by Bobby Heenan.
Froggy Mothlick says tops are valid. Joe Link says Scorpion, Deathlock, and Sharpshooter are probably on here.
We shall see.
Froggy Mothlick says, yeah, don't fuck with a French Canadian. A dead French Canadian at that.
Alright, number 7 is a wrestler I personally have talked about numerous times. He's not well known or well remembered because the guy had no charisma. But number 7 is the Canadian Maple Leaf from Lance Storm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he don't make most lists because the guy had no personality at all.
He did not. He did not. At all. But, I mean, he was an amazing wrestler, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was trained in the dungeon. He was trained by Bret Hart's family. You don't even go into the dungeon unless you have some talent. And you don't come out of there without more of it. So if you train to the dungeon, you're somebody.
Oh, yeah. It's a half Boston Crab submission. But,
it is, yeah.
You know, it's just the fact that he actually makes a list. Number 6 is the Texas Cloverleaf with Dean Malenko.
I liked that move, actually.
I do too. You know,
it was legitimate. Like, it looked legitimately painful.
Mm-hmm.
There was very few submissions that did. You know, Sharpshooter was one of them that was. You know, the way the Iron Sheik used to do the camel clutch didn't look like it was very fun. You know, there was a few submissions that looked legitimately painful, and then others it was like, why don't you just, like, you know, move your arm and throw him over? Or, you know, you're always coming up with an excuse in your head of why that move shouldn't work. But
yeah. You know, the man of 1,000 holds. I mean,
Dean Malenko.
You know, and he is another one that doesn't get the credit he deserves nowadays.
By the way, all the betting lines are open. Next match of the night, Artemis Women's World Wrestling Championship on the line is a fatal 4-way contest. Lana taking on from Team Glenola, representing the Wolfpack, the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf, the former Artemis Women's World Champion, Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link, and of course, Elijah Archer's partner in crime, representing the coalition from Team AMC Me, the Diamond, Ashley Marie, putting her title on the line tonight. And the betting lines are open, so that means it is showtime and go time. Let's go.
I'm going for the Gremlin Wolf.
Well, I am, of course.
Well, I would normally, but AMC Me is my partner in crime.
Yeah, normally I'd go for AMC Me, but...
Exactly. It's reverse roles tonight. It is reverse roles tonight. And speaking of Jennifer Wolf, the Gremlin Wolf, even though she is now on the Artemis roster, she was never beaten for the WCW Women's United States Champion, so she retains that honor, which I'm sure makes Vinny K very happy.
Well, I'm sure it does.
You know, put smiles on the Wolfman's face. I mean, he doesn't care about Vinny K anyways. He does not give two shits about Vinny K.
In all honesty, does he give a shit about, does he give a shit about anybody? Unless it's the Wolf Pack.
I was going to say, well, he does when it concerns the Wolf Pack, yes.
Anybody else?
No.
There's a few, but yeah.
There's a select few.
But, so, you know, Joe Lang, you were right. The sharpshooter comes in at number 5.
Number 5. The sharpshooter.
I do have a problem that I'll reveal with its placement that I'll reveal later.
Okay.
But, you know, it does say here sharpshooter is arguably the most successful submission in WWE history during press time there. Continue using the move in WCW and always received a reaction from the audience. So, you know, number 4 is the Steiner recliner. That is one of my personal favorites, to be honest.
Yeah, I always liked the Steiner recliner. I mean, it is just a camel clutch at the end of the day, but the way Steiner did it just made it look even more impressive than even the Iron Sheik himself.
Yeah. The bend he got in, you know,
yeah.
In that, you know.
Yeah.
Where the Sheik, he got a hold of him and just kind of held him there, just stuff off the ground.
Yeah.
It really looked like he was pulling him backwards, you know.
Looked like he was turning him into a pretzel.
Well, so that's always been a favorite. We're so happy to see it at the top 5 because I agree that, you know, it belongs there.
And as everybody sees, Amber Extreme is the TWA Women's World Champion, so she has a chance to become a double champion here tonight and become the first woman in many moons to hold the TWA Championship and the Archerverse Championship at the same time.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a title match? So,
this is a championship match.
This could make Jennifer Wolf a triple champion.
This would make her a Triple Crown champion, yes.
Somehow I missed that on the teaser.
Yeah, no, it's a championship matchup. Fatal 4-way. Single fall matchup. The ravishing Russian Lana.
But number 3 is another one of my all-time favorite submissions. And another one that really, it actually looks like it hurts like hell. And that's the torture rack.
Yeah, you know, that would suck.
Luger bend him around his neck, you know?
Yeah.
But
Lana's shaking those puppies.
And here is why I have a problem with the sharpshooter's position on the list. Number 2, the Scorpion Deathlock.
Which is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
except the opposite leg.
Is it the opposite leg?
I believe it is, yeah.
Okay. And it says here, the Scorpion Deathlock submission was Sting's version of the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Though Bret Hart named Sting as having the best version of the move outside of himself and Owen Hart.
Yeah.
You know. So, I mean, that's a compliment in itself. But I have a problem with Bret being at number 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Using the same move being at 2.
Yeah. I agree.
I think they should have grouped
I mean,
them together.
what's number 1? Dwayne Johnson's sharpshooter?
No. Actually, I agree with number 1. The figure 4 leg lock, Ric Flair.
Yeah, you know what? That is a bastardly move.
It
really is.
That put on me. It hurts.
It does hurt, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, the figure 4 is one of the best submissions ever.
Yeah. Overall, I think this is a very solid list.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean...
Some issues with positioning.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had a problem with number 5.
Fatal 4-way action underway where
But...
it's 4 superstars and anything goes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. No, overall, though, you're right. It is a pretty solid list.
You know...
She's staying elusive.
It was a good list.
It was. All right, now tell us what your next list is.
Actually, I only chose 1 for tonight.
Only chose 1 for tonight. Wow.
Arthur, do you have one?
Do I have one? Well, I do, actually. I do.
Intriguing.
It is a Sportskeeda article by Ranjith Ravindran, and it is 10 WWE superstars and their luxurious homes. Just like any other profession out there, being a professional wrestler comes with a lot of positives and a whole lot of negatives. The 365-day schedule, putting your body on the line without concern, the struggle to reach big league. These things could be categorized as the negatives. On the other hand, the cheers they get from the capacity crowd wipe away a lot of the pain in a matter of seconds. There's another thing that many professional wrestlers enjoy, their celebrity status. And several WWE superstars have incredibly luxurious houses that match their status. And this list takes a look at some of the best houses from the lot, so buckle up and be ready to be impressed. Number 10 on the list is The Miz. Miz definitely knows how to live like a celebrity. The Awesome One managed to set up a condo near the Hollywood sign a few years ago, which suits his kayfabe character very well. You've seen the Hollywood sign from the roof wasn't enough. He also has an underground pool, a party room in the basement fully loaded with televisions, pool tables, and everything else you would need to party all night long. Miz, however, sold the condo 2 years ago and moved to his other estate, which also happens to be in the heart of Los Angeles. Talk about taking your character seriously. Number 9 on the list is The Big Show. It says you might assume that a big man like Big Show would need a big house to live in, and that assumption is pretty much spot on. Show has been in the wrestling business for more than 2 decades, and he has managed to acquire a very impressive house in the Miami area. Show purchased the house back in 2007 for a whopping $3.7 million, and it seems the money was spent wisely. The property comes with its own boating dock and a swimming pool, which is incredibly hard to ignore. Show also has another property he purchased back in 2001 from The Undertaker, and that happens to be in Florida as well. Show's house was purchased by Baron Corbin, who seems to be vying for a top position on the WWE roster. Number 8, The Undertaker. Taker and his wife Michelle McCool spend a majority portion of their year in their home in Texas. For someone who shows up only once in a year, having a comfortable home is crucial, and his estate meets that requirement quite well. The house has a very luxurious backyard, and the best part is he has similar properties all across the United States. Take that as a note if you thought Taker only had a hobby of collecting bikes. One of his properties in Cedar Creek near Texas was even rented out by Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie at one point. And that was actually during the making of the movie Mr. and Miss... Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new two-time Archerverse Women's World Champion from Team Joe Link, Amber Extreme, one half of Havoc. That was a fantastic match. Wow. Yeah, so during the making of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt rented that house from Undertaker, and I remember that story very well. So it's interesting that they put that in there. So number 7 is CM Punk, and we'll get to that in just a moment. I just have to issue the payout for that match and then get the betting lines ready for the next matchup. So I'll just be a moment.
People are going to be talking about this match for a long time coming. Talking about
all right, so winner of the match, Amber Extreme from Team Joe Link. Congratulations to Team Joe Link, the double champion. And by the way, she's the first person in many moves, because she acquired the TWA title after she had lost the Archerverse World Heavyweight World Championship. So now she has regained the Archerverse Women's World Championship, and she is still holding the TWA Women's World Championship. She is a double champion and the first woman in many moons to hold both the TWA Women's World Championship and the Archerverse Women's World Championship at the same time. I'm trying to remember who the last person to do that was. Was it Rose Brewer?
I think so. I think it was Angel Terror.
Oh, that's right, Angel Terror. That's right, because we were actually at that point in time comparing her debut and her initial run to Rose Brewer. That's right. So yeah, and it's a very small list of people that have accomplished that too, by the way, Joe Link. She is doing fantastic, yeah. Your team is doing a fantastic job with her. Congratulations. That is awesome. All right, next match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, a trip to the tag team division is for the Archerverse World Tag Team Championship. From Team Complete Geek TV and Team The Turret Man, we have the Terror Johnny Braddock and Cyborg Adam Colossus. They are Demolition, and they are putting their Archerverse World Tag Team Championships on the line against one of the newest tag teams in the business today, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn and the Samoan Lion, BB King, Big Bubba Bruno, as they form their team, Weapons of Mass Destruction, and they are looking to become the World Tag Team Champions their first night on the job. And of course, because of their tenure outside of the tag team division, they were able to easily acquire an immediate tag team shot at Demolition, which I'm sure Demolition was not very happy about, but you have to take in consideration the tenure that Fat Lad has had, the tenure that Big Bubba Bruno has had. They are still champions, and they are forming a tag team going after the champions. That was the first team they chose. They wanted to face and fight Demolition, and the championships are on the line. Joe Link says, and the Outlaws were the longest reigning mixed tag champ. They were. That is correct. Alright, so who walks out? The Archerverse World Tag Champs. Is anybody else excited to see who becomes the very first TWA King of the Cage champion tomorrow night? That's going to be one hell of a fire match. A hell of a fire match.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that big time.
Chamber of Pain. The only way to win is to knock everybody in the chamber out cold. That is it, that is all. Knockout or be knockout. That is the choices. Alright, weapons of mass destruction or demolition. Who's taking home the gold tonight? The reigning defending champs or the challengers? 5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go, betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time for the Archer's World Tag Team Championship. Let's go.
Hey, Archer, I'm gonna hop off for the night. I got things to do tomorrow, so I'm heading to bed.
Alright, Woozy, well, thanks for being here. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night for WCW Starrcade.
I will be here.
10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Woozy.
I will be here, and I'll be here on time.
Alright, my friend, have a good night.
And I will be in the right broadcast tonight.
Fantastic!
Have a good night.
Fat lad Mitchell Vaughn, the reigning defending Archerverse World Heavyweight Champion. One of the invaders from the Doghouse, from Team Dogface. Team Dogface looking to bring home a second championship title belt tonight. 2, technically. But 1, of course, will belong to Team Soul Embers. Although I'm sure the Doghouse will try to acquire it. Alright, so CM Punk was next on our list. So, technically, Punk is not a WWE superstar anymore, but he once was, so this counts, damn it. Talking about his house, he owns a $2.15 million condo in Chicago, which comes with 5 customized bedrooms. He purchased the condo back in 2010, and it also has a movie theater room, bedroom that has heated floors, a wine cellar, and a playroom loft. It is a condo that fits perfectly with the modern times, and since Punk is also an avid lover of tattoos, he even rented out the first floor space to a tattoo studio. I'm sure that comes in handy.
Yeah.
And here comes the reigning defending champions. Alright, number 6 on the list, Rey Mysterio. Tag Team No Name. Wow, Froggy Mothlegs calling out Soul Embers, and Soul Embers not even here.
That was good, Froggy.
That was fantastic. Alright, so Mysterio was born and brought up in Mexico, but his impressive house happens to be in the California area. His residence is decorated with a large aquarium in the living room. It also has a good old antique collection. Ray's favorite artifacts are his swords, of which he has an exclusive collection. Action figures and memorabilia from his career. Another attraction at Ray's residence. In the backyard, Ray has a swimming pool, which comes with a waterfall display. That's kind of cool.
An exclusive collection, though.
An exclusive collection. Yep. I know, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I would hope it's exclusive unless he's sharing it with everybody else.
Well, extensive I can understand.
Yeah.
But exclusive collection, to me, sounds more like he's the only one collecting swords.
Right, he's the only one that has those particular swords in his possession, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Number 5 on the list is Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Now, that's not even fair, though. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have set up their home in Weston, Connecticut. Calling it a house would be an understatement, as it is clearly a large mansion. Being situated in the Connecticut area makes it easy for Stephanie and Hunter to make it to the WWE headquarters, even though both of them are on the road most of the time. The mansion is extremely similar to the one Vince McMahon has built just down the road. Apart from the couple, their children, Aurora, Vaughn, and Murphy, also reside in the house. The best part of the property, apart from the size, is probably the gigantic outdoor swimming pool. Number 4 on the list, Goldberg. Goldberg has made enough money from his relatively short career in WWE to buy a $2.5 million residence in California. The house is Mediterranean themed and is spaced around 4,600 square feet. The residence comes along with a beautiful swimming pool and a garage which can hold up to 8 cars at a time. Goldberg bought the property back in 2001. Wait a minute, when he was with WCW in his twilight. Did they not just say that he has made enough money in WWE to buy the house, and now they're telling us he bought it in 2001 when he was in WCW? Who the hell edits this stuff? Who the hell edits this stuff? Anyways, I can't unread that now. He had a forgettable run in WWE afterwards, but Goldberg decided to stay rooted to his property through it all. Not bad for someone who conquered the wrestling scene with 2 moves and a minimal love for the business. I believe that's supposed to say at all, but they put is it. It doesn't even make any sense. Number 3 on the list, John. Whoa, Jesus Christ, Cyborg just ragdolled Big Bubba Bruno. Did you see that? Wow. Good Lord. Next on the list is John Cena. How many people you know have an elevator in their home? Well, if you don't know any such a person, count John Cena as one. Cena stays in the Land O'Lake area in Florida. It actually says are in Florida. It's supposed to be area in Florida. But anyways, and his residence is in a private gated community. The opulence of Cena's house are there for everyone to see in the episode of Total Divas. They're referring to a video which you can't see, but the house is extremely spacious and is decorated with modern antique collections, just like Rey Mysterio's crib. A swimming pool, private boat dock, guest house, cigar room, and clothing room are the other major attractions of Cena's house. You know why he isn't bothered about jeers against him? Don't you? Because you can't see him. Number 2 on the list, Vince McMahon. What just happened? There we go. If you are the chairman of the world's top wrestling promotion, you are expected to have an impressive residence, and Vince McMahon has just that. He lives in Weston, Connecticut area, very close to Hunter and Stephanie's house. The residence being around Connecticut makes it easier for Vince to visit the WWE headquarters as well. His mansion is pretty similar to Hunter's and boasts almost everything that Hunter has. There are large driveways, pools, gardens, and many more add-ons in Vince's mansion. There's also a conservatory area in the residence and plenty of extra distance from the neighboring properties for some privacy. Number 1, The Rock. The Rock is not only one of the most successful WWE superstars of all time, he's also an A-list Hollywood celebrity. He initially resided in his house at Los Angeles, but later moved to his current 13,700 square foot, $4.5 million home in Landmark Ranch Estates, Fort Lauderdale. Now, if that was in Canada, because of the way the housing market works right now, that $4.5 million house would be worth $13.5 million. We're not going to discuss that, but yeah, that is true. The housing market here is absolutely ghastly right now. So yeah, 13,700 square feet. That's insane, isn't it? And by the way, that wraps up my list.
Now, I'm going to go ahead. Earlier, there was a redeem for a Tree of Knowledge.
Okay.
Or Rotten Fruit.
Yep.
Froggy was cashing in his freebie.
Okay.
So, about 25 years ago, I
kick out, but you have to wonder if he can keep it up.
walked away from an accident where nobody was wearing a seatbelt, and it's actually what saved lives because the roof was caved in, and if we hadn't fallen across the floorboards, probably would have been decapitated.
The Samoan spike! The move that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, break your thumb.
It could break your thumb right off. Joe Link says Taco Boy was the editor. Who's Jesus Christ Cyborg? He's a wrestler that is owned by Complete Geek TV. That's his new name, Jesus Christ Cyborg. He didn't like his name Adam. Wanted to be referred to as Jesus instead. Then Colossus wasn't good enough, so he went with, Christ. He's a Jesus Christ tribute artist. Man, oh man. Weapons of mass destruction looking good here tonight. The champion's not handling this new team very well so far.
As this match goes on, is there any doubt running through the minds of these competitors? You can't even allow.
I'm just trying to find another list we can go through. Since Glenola is slacking in duties tonight.
Okay, I've got another list.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
Well, I have
a suitcase full of lists. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. That's why we don't even, we don't even try to figure out how many you got anymore, because it is an entire library full of lists. There's someone caught my redeem of All Eyes on You, so I'll pay for the Tree of Knowledge. What? Someone caught my redeem of All Eyes on You, so I'll pay for the tree.
Remember the All Eyes on You,
That's when he got his logo put on the arena, but I think you just redeemed that, and we acknowledged that. I don't think anybody caught it. I think you just redeemed it, and we gave you your space on the barricade, and now in the ring, depending on the arena.
I don't know, but if you want to redeem it, that's fine. I already gave the story, so waiting for anybody to decide whether or not it's true or not.
Oh, vicious knee right to the face of Colossus. The Phaeton Bomb. Woo! Jesus. Braddock came flying in out of nowhere and broke that pin up. Where did he even come from?
Okay, and while we're waiting on chat to decide.
Joe Link says, I think it's true.
But
Froggy says, well, sheesh. All right, I'm turned around.
Like a record right round. And Casey.
Whoa!
I didn't catch the name.
Casey Heenan, YVS, invading the compound with a bunch of villains. What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 346. This is the Archiverse Wrestle Wars, and we are hot on the road to WCW War Games. All the superstars looking for the right to fight at the next big battlefield. It's been a stellar evening, great matches. We're in the middle of a tag team contest between Weapons of Mass Destruction from Team Dogface and Team Soul Embers, taking on the reigning defending champions, Demolition from Team The Turret Man and Team Complete Geek TV. It's been one hell of a matchup so far, so welcome on in. I hope you enjoy the show. If you do, make sure you smash that follow button if you haven't already. That way when we go live, you get your notifications and you can enjoy the show in its entirety. Because, folks, this is the late night place to be and the most must-see show on Twitch TV. But what's new and exciting? What's going on? How was your stream? We're glad you're here. Casey Heenan, the legend. Wow! Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new Archerverse World Tag Team Champions from Team Soul Embers and Team Dogface, straight out of the doghouse, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn and Big Bubba Bruno, the Samoan Lion. They are weapons of mass destruction. That is crazy. Yo, Maze, what's going on?
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and reveal that story was false. I have walked away from a couple serious accidents, but not that particular.
Not that particular one?
Yeah. That particular story was false.
How dare you lie to the masses? That is ghastly.
Well, I can't have them all be true now, can I?
Fair point. Alright, so while Glenola gets his list started, I'm going to go ahead and redeem the payout from the last matchup, and then I'll get the betting lines open for the next match. And that next matchup is coming up next.
It's my pleasure to do the shout-out.
Yes, if we could get shout-outs for everybody that just came in, or at least anybody that is actively participating in the chat that came in with the raid. Anybody else, if you would like to be acknowledged, then feel free to speak up and tell us how your day is, and we'll get you a shout-out. Nerf from a no-mob? What? You know what? Go fuck yourself. I don't like your name. I'm not saying it. How dare you? I should ban you for having a name I cannot pronounce. That is ghastly.
Narfam Nom Nom?
Alright, so. Oop, wrong one.
Okay. So the list here is again from the Sportster. Jared Mulaney's, published June 29th, 2020. And it's the 10 best finishing moves in WCW history.
Nerf from Nom Nom.
I enjoy WCW.
I'm just changing your name to Nerf. I would say Nom Nom, but I'm sure everybody calls you Nom Nom. Your name is now Nerf. You know why? Because the name makes me want to barf. It is too long. I can't pronounce it, and Glenola got it right before I did, so now I hate it. Oh no, Nerf, we love you. We just hate your name. We love you. We're happy you're here. Welcome on in, but your name is Nerf. Alright, so I'll get the betting line open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the Archerverse World Television Championship. Falls count anywhere, and it is an elimination. It is a Fatal 4 eliminator. And we have Team Joe Link, Team Axel Ishtar, the Pharaoh. We, of course, have Kevin Owens. And, of course, Team Bromer. It is Joseph Lincoln, the Phenom, versus the Pharaoh, Ali Salas, and the reigning defending champion, the Wanderer, Kyle Brewer. It is showtime and go time in just a moment. I'm going to open the betting lines, and then it'll be go time.
Narf, I love your name, especially, you know, that first part just puts me in mind of some classic cartoons.
I hate your name. Maniacs. You want to know why I hate your name? I hate your name because Glenola pronounced it right before I did. It is what it is. Sorry about your damn luck, but your name is Nerf now. It is Nerf.
Oh yeah, Narf. Please, you know, nobody take it personal with picking up with us picking on. We pick on everybody.
We are a bunch of villains.
Yeah.
Villainy, welcome here. Thank you for entering. If you're not down with villainy, we got 2 words for you. It is not He-Man. It is not He-Man, Joe Link.
But, that's the problem trolls have when they come in here.
How dare you?
We troll each other all the time.
Hell, I barely ever get... Narf, I barely ever get through my own goddamn show without somebody banning me, cutting my vocal cords, 5 minutes of bliss. I mean, you name it. Some of them even pretend they're gifting me 5 minutes of a break time notice. You know, they're really trying to just get rid of me in a very nice manner when they can't afford to ban me or cut my cords. They are a bunch of ghastly, ruthless savages, but we have one of the greatest communities on Twitch, so we're glad you're here to enjoy it as well, Nerf. All right, so who walks out the Archerverse World Television Champion?
Alrighty, so number 10 on this list is the Jackknife Powerbomb. Now, I'm sure everybody knows the Jackknife.
Done most famously by Kevin Nash, of course.
Yeah, you know, and you know, to me, I mean, just the look of it, it looks effective. You know.
I wouldn't want my spine in the back of my skull being bounced off the mat, to be fair. So,
you know.
May says money is on the Pharaoh. Actually, the Pharaoh is an amazing new talent. He's only got, I think, 1 blemish on his career. Technically 2, but one of them was a multi-man match, and he didn't actually lose the match. He just didn't win it. So he's only got 1 blemish. He's been a world television champion already, so he is simply looking to regain here. He's been on a tear. He's a fantastic new talent. Great addition.
Hey, Archer, give us some bliss, and go ahead and open up the betting lines while you're at it.
You bastard. Did you? You didn't. You didn't. You son of a bitch! You know what? I'm gonna start calling you Woozy. That is ghastly. How dare you? France says, yeah, they picked on me too, called me French. I mean, you're at a professional wrestling show. You're gonna get a bunch of testosterone, egomaniac, crazy, trolling savages, barbarians, and everything else while you're here. But we are a tight-knit group. Most of us consider each other family. It is one of the greatest communities you'll come across on Twitch. We've been active for almost 2 years, never had a problem. Everybody has a good time. Everybody gets opportunity, and it really is. It has become the late night place to be and the most must-see show on Twitch TV, not just because of the content I provide, but because of all of you guys, because you guys are the Archerverse. I say that time and time again. This is your channel, your show. The Discord is your Discord, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I am almost done with the betting lines. And then I'm blissed for 5 minutes because my traitorous, treacherous little bastard co-host, the great Glenola, cut my fucking cords again. Well, actually, he did not cut my cords. That's a lie. He gave me 5 minutes of bliss because that's so blissful. So blissful. I'm excited. Truly.
I'll give you time to go get Puppy some coffee.
I already have a coffee, you fiend. How dare you?
I said the puppy.
I am not getting the puppy any coffee. He drank my fucking coffee yesterday, if you remember. That is not happening. No. And don't say the word coffee because he can hear you. See? Now he's coming over. Lay down. I will mute you.
Or was it Monday?
Alright. So who's going to walk out? The Archerverse Unified World Television Champion? Is it going to be the Phenom Joe Lincoln? The Pharaoh Ali Salas Kevin Owens? Or the reigning defending champion, the Wanderer Kyle Brewer? You're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. Betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time for the Archerverse World Television Championship. Let's go!
Alrighty, so number 9, we got the Frog Splash with Eddie Guerrero. Which, again...
Oh, fuck, I'm blissed for 5 minutes. Okay. I'm out. I was literally just about to comment immediately on what you said and realized I couldn't. It is not funny. I'll be back in Stop laughing. How dare you, sir? I will be back in 5 minutes, as I have been, and for those that are just coming in, I've been blissed, which means 5 minutes of basically It is not funny. What are you, like the Pillsbury? You've been hanging with Woozy too long. Were you drinking with him today too? No. Good Lord, Woozy! And I know you can still hear me. I know you're still listening. You're lurking, trying to pass out, listening to the host with the most. Woozy, how dare you? You got Joe Link and Glenola drunk? Shameful. Anyways, I accept my 5 minutes. Redemption redeemed. I'll be back in 5. Enjoy the great Glenola.
Alrighty. So, Eddie Guerrero probably did the best, what I consider to be the best version of the Frog Splash. RVD did a great, his 5-star, but, the classic Eddie Guerrero just is one of the best. Number 8, you got the Scorpion Death Drop. Sting somehow managed to make such a simple move with an inverted DDT, or a reverse DDT, sorry, not inverted, look painful, look effective. And hello, Goon the Troll. Go ahead and do this real quick.
Somebody ban Goon the Troll. This is not WWE. One should read headlines before popping into a channel. Ban Goon the Troll, please. This is not WWE.
Number 7, we have the Outsider's Edge. It goes, also known as the Razor's Edge, and the Crucifix Powerbomb, whatever you want to call it. That move there is effective. I mean, that's gotta hurt like hell.
And I realized I started my 5 minutes over, but I had to troll Goon the Troll. See how he came in with the name Goon the Troll. Somebody had to troll Goon the Troll. Come on. Nobody did it first. I had to be the first. I understand. I have to restart the 5 minutes, but it had to be done. You don't walk in here with the name Goon the Troll and not get trolled. That cannot happen. That cannot be allowed.
Alright, number 6. We got the figure 4 with Ric Flair. Another one I actually have had put on. I've actually had this put on me. It does hurt. Number 5 is the Sharpshooter. Another one that I've had put on me, and it has the potential to hurt.
Goon the Troll says, I'm the most unsuccessful troll.
I love it.
Well, welcome in, Goon the Troll. We appreciate you for being here. Welcome to episode number 346 here at the Archerverse. It's actually an episode of the Archerverse Wrestle Wars. We're actually on the road to the next big stream preview here at the Archerverse is WCW War Games, so everybody's fighting for position and looking for their status on the next big battlefield. But we appreciate you being here. And obviously, you're a friend of France, so if you're a friend of France, you're a friend of ours. Welcome in.
And, Archer, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and take your 5 minutes because you ain't going to shut up anyway.
Well, actually, I'm actually going to take it right now because I got to pee. And if Goon the Troll talks about any more about how he's an successful troll, I might pee myself because that was funny. That can't be happening.
Oh, that would be funny as shit.
So we're going to be, well, actually it would be urine.
For the match, so.
It would be urine, not shit. I didn't say I was going to shit myself. I said I might piss myself. That is not the same.
That's going to be funny as shit. But that I
funny as piss.
Jar, so I'm banned for the match. So you're going to sit here and do the match.
Well, you'll have to wait till I come back.
Yeah.
That is how that works. So, as soon as I come back, Glenola... Well, actually, we will let you finish your list, too, but then you're banned. Then you're history, sir. Thanks for coming out. Lovely parting gifts next time. Banned for a match you will be.
Yep.
All right, 5 minutes I'm taking now. I'm actually taking it this time. It is Goon's fault. See, somebody should actually ban Goon. Goon is fucking me up.
A title coveted by legends and hungry young talent alike.
Alrighty. Number 4 is the Shooting Star Press, Billy Kidman.
So many things to consider when
I actually love to watch this move in action. Of course, I actually enjoyed Billy Kidman in WCW. I think he was underutilized in WWE, but that's my opinion. Number 3. Everybody knows this one. That's the Jackhammer, Bill Goldberg. You know, what more can be said? You watch that move, it looks like it's going to knock the wind out of you long enough to get pinned.
Conserving your energy has to be a priority in this type of match.
It looks like that much power into it.
Keep you from kicking out later. And now there's
Number 2, the Lion Tamer. Another move that does definitely give the appearance of being painful. Great submission hold. And number 1 is my personal favorite from WCW, and that is the Diamond Cutter from DDP. You know, Dallas could hit that move from anywhere. You never knew where it was coming from. And, you know, Scar on then.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back, Harker. You know, of course, went on to become Randy Orton's RKO. Who, you know, there is a slight difference where DDP usually brought it more straight down. You know, Orton did a layout type deal. And of course, in the Archerverse, Elijah Archer copies it. You know, kind of an inferior version called the AKO. But Diamond Dallas Page still the best user of that move. Yeah. And when he did the self high five, yeah, the fans were on their feet. You know, you just knew it. He's back awful quick. I don't think he made it. I think so. He's going to have to grab a mop.
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Hard to the outside.
But that was the list. Again, I think it was a pretty good list.
Back into the ring.
But so back to this. You know, I've been over here on the match now. A lot of people don't know that I am well behind in the matches. I have a major lag issue. But you know, really looks to be a pretty good match so far. A double team on the Wanderer, which ain't a bad idea actually. Because the Wanderer has been winning titles for quite a while. I'd say mid days of Archer 2.0, if not early days.
That is just insulting.
You know, of course, Joe Link has been very impressive. Or Joe Lincoln, since his debut. The Pharaoh is another one. I mean, this whole match is full of impressive wrestlers.
How's that for a counter?
Oh, yeah. combination of an abdominal stretch there. I always love that. You know, to see that move because it hurt. You know, not does it hurt, but it looks cool when they do that spin around.
And he's able to reverse. Ooh, that might have just broken something. Hangman's neck breaker. Gosh, strong. My goodness. Kevin Owens has him set up.
Sorry, my sizes are closing up and.
Here it comes. The challenger is not in a great place. Letting this match go a little longer than is strictly advisable. And you know what's next, guys? The title's going nowhere. Kiss your dreams. Good night. I didn't think we'd see a kick out there. I don't believe it. How did the challenger survive that? That will strip your jaw off the floor. The knees up just in time. This could turn things around. A backbreaker now. It is unbelievable. I don't know if I want to get. Owens intercepts it. KO lining it up. Could be just moments.
No, this really is kind of what you want to see.
He saw that one cut.
I have returned.
Welcome back, Archer.
What have I missed? Oh, look at this. We got a pinfall attempt here by Kevin Owens. But Joe Lincoln powers out.
Actually, you've been a pretty good match. You know, been back and forth from what I've seen. No clear domination.
No clear domination so far. Oh, Elisa Loss going for a ride. The champion lands him on his spine. Oh, that was like 2 3/4 right there. The Wanderer just about picked up his first title defense. Oh, look at this. Oh! 630 senton by the champion. And I say first title defense because while the champion is in the matchup, technically he's defending his title each and every time he eliminates somebody. If you look at it from that perspective, if everybody else eliminates the champion, they have to eliminate everybody else to become the champion, but he has to eliminate each and every person by himself to become the champion. Whoa! The Pharaoh's version of the AKO. But the Wanderer kicks out, 2 count only. The Phenom with a little ruthless aggression here. Big jumping knee drop right to the forehead of Kevin Owens. And the Wanderer, Jesus Christ, flying all over the place. Big springboard moonsault off the top rope. Wow, Elisa Loss has been eliminated. We are down to 3. I'm going to call you KK. Somebody else coming in with a name that I cannot pronounce. Go ahead, Glow. Let's see if you can do this one. Oh, yeah, Glow's banned, isn't he? He got caught in a swear jar. Joe Link, I'm giving you a high five right now. You can't see it, but I am. I'm high-fiving you. Do you see it? Do you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you? But if you're going to come in with a name like that, you are going to be called KK. You didn't trigger it on purpose, you got caught. Joe Link trapped your ass. Don't you be trying to downplay Joe Link's accomplishments. How dare you, sir? Joe Link, he's trying to downplay your... Oh, shit, the Lincoln ride to the champion on the unforgiving floor. Wow, the champion has been eliminated. It is down to Kevin Owens and the Phenom from Team Joe Link.
Time to go for a ride.
Whoa, exploder suplex by Kevin Owens. Joe Lincoln trying to get back to his feet. Oh, big heavy right hand to Kevin Owens. He's got him racked. Whoa, racked to a cutter. Nice combo there by Joe Lincoln. Oh, Kevin Owens kicks out. 2.5. 2.5. Oh, he's going for a ride. Here we go. The Lincoln ride. Oh, he nailed it. He nailed it. Whoa, Owens kicked out again. The frustration is going to build in the Phenom.
This is how much the championship needs. You can see the sweat drip out of the challengers.
Big knife edge chop. Both of these guys looking to become a two-time Archerverse World Unified Television Champion. And now it is Kevin Owens. Oh, he tried to take Lincoln for a right. Nice reverse. Oh, he just about took his head off with that one. Whoa, big boot to the face. A little bit of soul food there for Joe Lincoln. Little mid-match snack. He's taking exception to that, apparently. Oh, nice big back body drop reversal by Kevin Owens. And he is stomping a mud hole. Oh, Joe Lincoln missed the big shoulder block takedown. Owens sidestepped him. These guys are really struggling for control of this matchup. It's kind of crazy. Oh, lands him. That's a backbreaker. It's like a kneeling surfboard stretch almost. And he racks him again. Oh, shit. Yo! He powerbombed him right over the top rope. Good God. What the hell is the referee doing? Referee's not even counting. Referee wasn't even counting. Wow. That was like a 9 count. The winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, and new Archerverse Unified World Television Champion from Team Joe Link, representing the Outlaws, the Phenom, Joe Lincoln. Man, what a night for the Outlaws, and also Havoc. Team Joe Link rocking and rolling tonight. Amber Extreme regained the Archerverse Women's World Championship for the second time, and Joe Lincoln just became a two-time Archerverse Unified World Television Champion. So congratulations, Team Joe Link. That was a great match.
Congratulations. It was.
That was an awesome match, yeah. I'm just surprised. Like, no offense, Joe Link, but I did not expect the Wanderer to get taken out of the match that early. I'm not saying he would have won, but I expected it to come down. If I was to have guessed, I would have thought maybe between Joe and Kyle Brewer. And it came down to Kevin Owens and Joe Lincoln. That was crazy. Crazy. Great match, though. All right, so I'll issue the payout for that matchup. And next match of the night is for the Andre the Giant World Heritage Championship. It is a battle royal. And look at the villainy in this matchup. From Team of the Blind Locksmith, you've got the Hardcore Icon Tables. You've got Randy Macho Man Savage. From Team Boss Apollo, you've got Demon Razor. We have Brock Lesnar. From Team Mr. Skittles, we have the future Nathan Alpha. From Team Cornhusk Show, Corino Sinister Farmer. From Team Mal RPG, the Gladiator Bobby Maximus, and of course the reigning, defending, undisputed Andre the Giant's World Heritage Champion. From Team Kraken Skulls, the Nightmare Damien. And I'm going to get the betting line open for that right now. Just give me a moment. Un momento, s'il vous plaît. And of course, this is the dark match main event of the evening, so nobody go anywhere because we will be invading somebody. Whether one of you redeem Guide the Raid or I decide to take us somewhere on my own, we are going to invade somebody. So don't go anywhere. And I saw 6 people just pop out. You're lurking. You're popping back and forth between channels. Get your asses back here. Final match of the night, and then we invade. Let's go. Alright, so I still have to issue the payout for the last match. So the winner of the match was Joe Lincoln. Payout has been issued for that. And let's get the last betting line of the evening. Open. Open! Open sesame! What do I, Christian?
Is this just a plain battle royal, or is this a...
Oh, it would actually...
Submission?
It would actually say Elimination Royale if it was elimination.
Okay. I couldn't remember. So.
I wonder what Christian Cool is doing.
Well, I don't see him live, so.
Who is live right now?
Well.
Joe Link, tell us a joke. Well, we're looking to see who's live right now. Wait, there's tables, but I don't see chairs. That is a very valid point. That is a very valid point. This is going to be an ongoing guessing game for some time, I'm sure. I'm sure they're going to toy with us as long as they can. Again, I already offered up. I already offered up a. We could have ourselves a dark match, TWA Wrestle Kingdom, tables and chairs versus a team of their choosing. Nobody's answering any questions. Hell, Archer's management has not answered. I am being ignored. I'm just setting up the betting line right now. I won't be much longer.
I'm going to jump voice for a little bit. I'm going to take a treatment.
All right, sounds good.
So.
All right. Oops. I almost spelled Bobby Maximus Booby Maximus. Although I would have been fairly entertained with that one. To be fair. To be fair. Alright, so who walks out with the Andre the Giant World's Heritage Champion? Is it going to be Tables, Macho Man, Demon Razor, Brock Lesnar, Nathan Alpha, Carino Farmer, Bobby Maximus, or Damien, the reigning defending champion? You got 5 minutes to make your bets. And the betting lines are now officially open, so it is showtime and go time for the dark match main event of the evening. Battle Royal, 8 men looking to become the Andre the Giant World's Heritage Champion. Let's go. Froggy Mothleg says, Booby Maximus? I just about put that in there. I caught it the last second. Right before I clicked start prediction, I noticed it said Booby Maximus. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, coming out first. So again, tomorrow night, guys, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WCW Starrcade. Vinny K and his roster will resume their road to WCW War Games, which incidentally is less than 2 weeks away now. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have a very special dark match main event of the evening. We have an Elimination Chamber matchup. The participants in that matchup, you will find out tomorrow night, but it is going to be a hell of a matchup. It is a match that was set up between the WCW management team and the Archiverse management team. It is going to be inside the brand new Chamber of Pain. 6 men will enter. The only way one will exit is by knocking out each and every participant in the chamber cold. It is going to be an exciting evening, and we are going to debut the brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship. It is a championship that will only be defended in a steel cage match, an Archiverse lockdown match, a Hell in a Cell match, or a chamber match of some sort. It is going to be exciting, and it is going to be just the gravy on the potatoes, and I would say cherry on the ice cream, but you know, I do like potatoes and gravy. They're delicious. A little bit of pepper, maybe add some cheese and some green onions. This is good stuff. But anyways, it's going to be a great evening, and again, the WCW roster also looking to solidify their spots on the next big battlefield. Shut your mouth, Blind Locksmith. Somebody ban the Blind Locksmith, please. How dare you, sir? I'm pretty sure I just heard someone in the audience laughing. Can you ban those people in the audience too, please? They are not funny. Somebody ban Froggy Mothlegs too, please. Froggy and the Blind Locksmith. Goodbye. Thank you for coming out. Lovely parting gifts next time. That's right, Joe Link. You AKO all their asses. Demon Razor heading to the ring, looking like he just walked off the set of Conan the Barbarian. He is one vicious bastard, though, Demon Razor is. I got to tell you. He is a former 2-time Andre the Giant World Heritage Champion. Was once part of the Powers of Pain, who just went from being a faction back to being a tag team, as he departed and created his own tag team with Leo King. The Reaper Terror, Leo King. TRT. And speaking of vicious bastards, making their way to the ring next from Team Cornhusk Show, straight out of the Garden of Eden, Corino Sinister Farmer. The most feared man in the Archiverse. I mean, even the Nightmare Damien keeps his distance from Corino Farmer. I mean, we also think he might possibly be a cannibal, so there's that too. That or a billy goat, because he does like, I mean, we're pretty sure he'll eat anything, which is why it is, you know, really concerning that he even has a wrestling contract. Technically speaking, he's a danger not just to the opponents, but to the fans themselves in the arena. He's a wild card, definitely marches to the beat of his own drum, and believe me, nobody is going to suggest he do otherwise. I mean, the crowd cheers, but that's just to appease Carino Farmer so he doesn't eat them. From a cornfield in the Garden of Eden comes Carino Sinister Farmer. But what is a cannibal farmer? Well, that is a person that decides to farm bodies and eat them. I mean, Froggy, that just kind of explains itself, doesn't it? It's kind of self-explanatory. Cannibal farmer. It is definitely a cannibal who farms. I mean, even if he was a farmer of cannibals, technically he's eating the cannibal, so he too is a cannibal, and therefore he himself is a cannibal farmer. Either way you look at it, they are grotesque at very best. And he is a very creepy individual. Very creepy individual. And here comes a Randy Macho Man Savage. Also a former Andre the Giant World Heritage Champion. Each and every person in this matchup is a former or, incidentally, the reigning defending champion. It's the first time he's held the championship. Everybody else is a former Andre the Giant World Heritage Championship holder looking to regain that claim to fame. Froggy says, Carino the cannibal farmer. Carino the cannibal farmer. Wow. And this coming from a professional writer, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you all can't wait to see his first novel. And here he comes from Team Mal RPG, the Gladiator, Bobby Maximus. It makes perfect sense. He is a cannibal who farms cannibals that farm. There we go. The explanation is finally out. I think Bobby Maximus has been eating some spinach. He's looking a little jacked there, isn't he? Look at him. The hell's he been eating? Jesus. Looking like a Greek god is Bobby Maximus tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, undisputed WCW World Heavyweight Champion from Team The Blind Locksmith, the hardcore icon, Tables. Tables looking to become a double champion and a two-time Andre the Giant World Heritage Champion. If there's anybody that can pull it off, it is definitely the Hardcore Icon Tables. And from Team Kraken Skulls, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed Andre the Giant World Heritage Champion, the Nightmare Damien. And if anybody wants to see a complete list of former champions for any of the championships, you can find that on the Archiverse Discord. We have a complete list of former champions as well as we showcase any current champions from TWA, the Archiverse, and WCW. Joe Link, if you could drop the Discord link, or Glenn, or whoever gets to it first.
Michael, you need guys in the back of your head during a match like this. And it probably wouldn't hurt to have them on the sides, too. Able to get the advantage here. Oh, perfect kick. He manages to escape it. Savage with amazing reflexes. And he's able to counter. Well-delivered suplex. Strikes with a kick.
Good Lord, chaos erupted already. Big right hand by Macho Man going after Lesnar. Look at this, Carino Farmer dropping the champion throw first on the rope. Tables with a big knee right in the throat of Alpha. And it looks like Razor and Bobby Maximus were going at it, but Tables decided he wanted a piece of... What the hell was that? Tables just flipped himself. Tables body slammed himself. Did anybody else see that? You know, having 7 other men in the ring, apparently not good enough for Tables. He wants to beat up 8 people, so he's just going to throw himself around, I guess. That was weird. Oh, Jesus. Barrage of strikes straight to the face and torso of Nathan Alpha by the Hardcore Icon. Apparently he got tired of beating himself up. Man, Macho Man. Ooh, I was going to say he's all over Brock Lesnar, but Lesnar with a big jawbreaker. Nice face breaker by Nathan Alpha, a little payback. Carino Farmer and Bobby Maximus exchanging strikes here. And big snap suplex from Carino Farmer. Oh, corkscrew neck breaker by Carino Farmer and a double foot stomp. All over Bobby Maximus at the moment. Tables has been eliminated. Wow. Yo! Holy shit! Bobby Maximus eliminated. The WCW champion, the first one eliminated. That's crazy. Apparently, Blind Locksmith, Tables will not be becoming a two-time Andre the Giant World Heritage Champion tonight. Oh, running knee strike right to the face of the champion. Nice block there by Macho Man. Oh, a monstrous headbutt drops Macho Man like a sack of potatoes. Wow, that was a hell of a slam by Demon Razor. And a big elevated knee drop right to the face of Carino Sinister Farmer. And oh man, I'll tell you, the champion's had a hell of a time trying to gain the upper hand. Every time he gains the upper hand, somebody else is attacking him from the side or behind or from some angle. It's amazing he's still even in there. Another double foot stomp, this time to the chest of Nathan Alpha. There goes Brock Lesnar, Demon Razor. Whoa! And Farmer dives across with a flying forearm and busts open Demon Razor. We are down to 5, guys. Big double axe handle right between the eyes of the Macho Man. Oh, a headbutt right to the back of the head by Damien. Oh, he went to eliminate Macho Man. Macho Man with the double foot right between the eyes. And there goes Demon Razor, eliminated by Macho Man Randy Savage. We are down to 4. Oh, there is that suplex driver that folds people into accordions. And there goes Carino Farmer. He has been eliminated. We are down to 3. The future Nathan Alpha from Team Mr. Skittles, the reigning defending champion, the Nightmare Damien from Team Kraken Skulls, and Randy Macho Man Savage. Nice reversal by the champion. And the champion goes right after Macho Man. And Macho Man takes exception to that, rakes the eyes of Demon. The new Demon's favorite, the Devil's favorite Demon. I couldn't spit that out. Good Lord. You can tell it's the end of the night. Tripping on my tongue like my name is Soul Embers. Big elbows right to the midsection by the Nightmare. Wow. Nice over the head, belly to belly there by the future. And now it is a back and forth contest between Macho Man and the Nightmare to see who gets to take out Macho Man first. Rams their heads right together. Talking about insult to injury. They're already battered, bruised, and fatigued. Yo! Another suplex driver, this time to Macho Man Randy Savage. Nice spinning back kick by Nathan Alpha. Macho Man still not moving. Ooh, nice German suplex. Macho Man sneaking up behind the future here, though. No, he's going to showboat a little bit while they go to war. Uh-oh, champion in trouble. The champion's in trouble here. Oh, there goes the champion, ladies and gentlemen. We're guaranteed a new champion. It is down to the future Nathan Alpha from Team Mr. Skittles and Randy Macho Man Savage. Let's go.
Great counter by Savage. And his eyes are piercing through the opposition now. Oh, right in there.
Whoa, jumping front kick right to the face. That was brutal. Wow, 630 senton. That might be it. He might be able to get him up and out of there. Whoa, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new two-time Andre the Giant World's Heritage Champion from Team Mr. Skittles, the future Nathan Alpha.
Here is your winner, and
And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for episode number 346. We will see you tomorrow night for episode number 347 here live at the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV for WCW Starrcade, where Vinny K and his roster continue that road to WCW War Games. It's going to be a great time. Great matches and a great community with some great conversations, so you don't want to miss it. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mark it on your calendar, set your alarm, tell your neighbor, put it on the collar of your dog, and put an annoying bell around so when he walks around, you know that you've got something you've got to do that night, and that is be here at the Archiverse to watch the very best in professional wrestling excellence and fantasy wrestling excellence, both combined into one here at the Archiverse TV. And now it is invasion time. We're going to go over and have a little chit-chat with Yaden RMP. He's actually the owner and promoter of Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling. He's become a good friend. He's a supporter of the Archiverse. And I see people that are not yet in this raid. Get your asses in this raid right now, or we will hunt you down and ban you for life. Let's go. Get in here. It is invasion time. Join us. Don't be a loser.
Have a great night, everybody.